Mystics, welcome back to my channel, Ambrosia's Mysterium. Today we're going to be doing the pick a card reading, How Do They Perceive You? So this is kind of going to be I'll call it a free-for-all reading. You guys can do or pick any one of your choosing, and these piles will be how said person perceives you. So it's kind of up in the air in that way. So I don't know who's going to come up. I'm going to try to figure out that for you guys, like who the person is, as well as their perceptions, of course. So today we have items that we're going to pick for each group. I'm going to turn up the lamp to the left a little bit so you guys can hopefully see better. Alright, hopefully that did its job. So the first item is this little skeleton jar thing. I don't even know what to call him. He is a spell jar, but that's pile 1. Pile 2 is this silver candle. It might not focus because it's reflective. And then pile 3 is this black tourmaline pendant. Maybe. Things just don't want to focus. We actually have good lighting for once too. And then the last thing we have for group number 4 is this, I think it's a green aventurine. I was actually gifted this, so it could be jade, but I think it's green aventurine, and it is a pendulum. But yes, so, oh, I almost forgot to mention that this reading is probably going to be going up a bit later. So like I'm filming this on the 16th right now, and then this is the last reading I'm pre-filming before my knee surgery, just in case I'm extra grumpy. I know my routines are getting really thrown off, and it's been a really long day today, so I just wanted to get one thing done. It's actually like, what time is it right now? It's 10:30 in the evening, but I thought why not film one more reading. I just finished a workout, so I wanted to get, like, I'm motivated to get shit done. So this reading is either going to be a bonus reading for the week when I'm getting my knee surgery, or it's going to be for the week after, depending on how I feel. But I don't know, I just had this idea for this reading in my head, and I felt like it needed to be out sooner than later. And yeah, so take a deep breath, listen to your intuition, pick who you want this reading to be about, and once you pick your piles, the timestamps will be in the description box below, and I will see you all in your readings. Okay y'all, I keep forgetting things, so I'm actually coming back to say a few more things before the reading, if you want to stay around and listen. If you want to jump into the reading, please feel free to do so. But I wanted to say that today on the 16th, I created 2 TikTok pages. It's something I debated for a second, and I just felt like it would help me diversify my audience a bit more and just kind of help me learn different platforms and to understand the algorithms better. So I was like, okay, why not do that? So I now have a TikTok tarot page, and I have a TikTok reality shifting page, which includes a lot more lore on my spiritual journey, if you guys are intrigued by that at all. Obviously some of you might know I have a subliminal channel as well, and that's linked to my reality shifting thing. So if you ever watch those and you're like, what is this about? That's what it's about, and you'll see that more on my shifting TikTok page. But yes, I just wanted to put that in here in case any of you wanted content on different platforms. I will be starting to do stuff on those. They are very probably not the best at first, but we're getting used to it step by step. But yeah. Hi group number 1, you guys had the little skeleton guy, or jar, I'll call him a jar. I know he's so little, but if you do spells, you know how it works. There can be little spell jars too. Group number 1, what do I want to say? I think I'm going to start off with, let's start off with who this person is, and I'm gonna pull one, we'll do 2 tarot cards, and then 1 main archetype card for like what this person is to you essentially, and then we will dive into their perception in more depth. So group number 1's angels, guides, and ancestors. As I hit the camera, they serve their highest good. What is their person they're connecting with today? Who is the person they're connecting with today? Thank you. Can I have one more? Oh wait, no, actually we're doing 2. Okay. The first tarot card we got is Temperance. I don't know why it wants to focus on my hand today. Then we have the 2 or 3 of Wands. Sorry, you can really tell that it's the end of the day for me. And then you guys' archetype you got for them, and it's funny, it's Prostitute, and it says accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. With the Temperance card here and with the Prostitute card here, oh my gosh, I forgot that you guys can't see. I'll adjust it. Okay, we're back and better. So with the Temperance card here and the Prostitute card here, it feels like this is somebody who kind of makes you question your self-control. I feel like with the Temperance card here, especially with the Prostitute card here, and it says accentuates the challenge of surviving without negotiating the power of your spirit. I know I just read that, but I want to like emphasize negotiating the power of your spirit. This person challenges, I want to say, your ability of moderation. It's like this person makes you want to dive into them completely. And the reason I wanted to talk about the energy of this person before we tap in is because if it doesn't resonate, then you guys can pick another pile. Make sure like it matches who you guys are feeling it is. But this is somebody who, they make you question your self-control. They're someone who kind of throws you off balance. They're somebody who I feel like you could easily get addicted to. This is a rather sexual reading, I think, or a sexual connection. It doesn't have to mean that you, I'm hearing that you've met them, which is very intriguing because based off of the intensity of this connection, it feels rather romantic. So if this is not someone romantic that you're asking about, I do not think this is your reading. But it's interesting because there's an intensity, like a sexual intensity to this connection despite the fact that I don't feel a physical meeting. And I say that because the 3 of Wands here makes me feel that this is something yet to happen, especially in the sense that like you haven't been able to ground your worlds together is what I want to say. It doesn't feel like you've been able to make this a concrete thing. It feels like something's still rather up in the air, and that's why moderation is needed. Why Temperance card's here. It's like this person knocks you off your feet. I'm hearing sweeps you off your feet, like the classic line. But it feels, I don't even want to say like light phrases with it because it feels so intense. It feels so obsessive, honestly. It's so interesting because when I tap into it, it doesn't feel heavy, which I don't know, maybe I'm used to that energy because I love me some Scorpio energy, and that's what it feels like. It feels like 8th house energy. It feels like I'm a Scorpio moon, so it feels like a Scorpio moon to me, or a Scorpio Mars, or a Scorpio Venus. It feels very heavy, but it's like, it's delicious energy. It's like very, how do I want to put it? This connection's very obsessively addicting. I know I keep saying addicting and obsessive, but it's like, it kind of, I don't know, it makes me not be able to talk. Clearly I can't form the words for it, so I feel like that kind of explains itself. But it's definitely a person who you lose self-control around. I'll say that for the 3rd time. Yeah, a romantic connection, something where you have to practice a lot of self-control, something where you have to feel balanced within yourself to think about the future with this connection, because otherwise you just get too enthralled with it. You just get too absorbed in the energy of this person. And I want to say you aren't physically together. Like, maybe you encounter each other here and there, maybe you haven't met at all, and then this is like an online thing. But it still feels very up in the air. But yes, I'm going to, yeah, we'll take these away, and then we'll get the cards out for how this person perceives you. Okay, so the first card we got for how they perceive you is the Judgment card. And crazily, I don't know what the odds are of this. You guys can look this up if you really desire. But we have it clarified by itself, judgment, literally. Like, I don't know what the odds of that are, but that's kind of insane. Then we have the Eight of Cups, clarified by the King of Cups. And then the last card we have is the Nine of Pentacles. Things do not want to clarify. Things don't want to focus today. And then the Eight of Wands is clarifying it. Okay, group number 1. This person is not, I want to say ignorant of you. That's interesting. I was going to say this person is very aware of you. They're not unaware of you. This person knows who you are for sure. Like, the Judgment card coming out twice is insane. I love that, though. I love when I get repeats like this because it's just such a nice confirmation. I keep wanting to use, this is so weird. Earlier I said delicious. I keep wanting to use, like, tasty or, like, weird-ass words. This group is so sexual and energy. I think it's also, like, sensual, though. It's very, it feels like something moving like honey, something moving like molasses. It's very rich. It's very, it's like warm. It like kind of makes you oh my gosh, some of these things I can't even say. Your guides are crazy. I don't know. Okay, sorry, I'm thinking. Your guides were saying, yeah, it makes you want to take your clothes off. I'm telling you, this energy is just so intense. I think that's why when I was picking up how you perceive them, it's like you both, I want to say if you haven't met, because some of you it's like you cross paths but you haven't physically interacted one-on-one for some reason. For some of you, you literally have not met. You might know, like, clearly you know of each other somehow, some way, but it just feels very like up in the clouds. It makes me think of manifestations before they manifest into the physical reality, when they're still in the 5D and it's still in your mind's eye when you're meditating and stuff, and it doesn't feel there yet. This feels very like in the clouds, literally. Like, I feel like it's not rooted in the earth yet. But this person, they definitely know about you. Judgment card here, this person, I actually kind of want to pull a clarifier already. I feel like this person has to be spiritual by nature. Judgment card here both times. It's like this person is very aware of your connection. They're very aware of you, of your relationship to them, of how things are supposed to play out. It feels like they have an overhead view. Kind of like how I was saying that there's like, I literally want to put clouds on the screen to like explain what I mean by that, because it's like there's clouds up here where my arm is, and then this is them like residing up here looking down at what you're doing. It's like this person has a bird's eye view of what's going on in regards to this connection. They have higher knowledge of what's going on in this connection. I feel like you guys would know this already, though, or you would have assumed this, or you'd wondered this, or it's not like, I feel like this is not catching you by surprise. And I honestly think you guys would like it with how like sensual and like obsessive the energy is. It's like you guys are obsessive with one another in very different ways. Yours feels more physical. It feels more, your guys are talking about like your physical body. I feel like this person gets you really pent up. Like you gotta go work out times 20 to get rid of the sexual energy they cause in you. It's so interesting. It's like they directly impact your root chakra and your sacral chakra. It's like they fire charges, what I'm hearing, like supercharge. It's funny how many segues your guys are going off on today. I want to ask if this person is a spiritual practitioner. Oh my lord, guys. We have the Queen of Swords. So they could be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. They do not have to be. Yeah, this person's definitely, not only are they someone who's spiritual, but they're very, very cunning. They're very, well, I feel like I've said this earlier, very aware, but not just of you, but of the entire situation going on. And I think it's because the Judgment card here, this is a big connection. This is like a, what do do I want to call it? This connection is very divine. It's very fated. There's a lot going into it. Even your guides, they'll throw in all these random little things for me to see about this connection, but it's like the big stuff, like how you meet, the specific when you meet. They're very, very hidden about it. They don't want me to know too much information, so I don't tell you too much information, so you're not like impending it, if that makes sense. I feel like this person is even familiar with like your spirit guides, and they've talked with them, and they are familiar with them. Like your guides love this person. It's like they're already interesting. They're already soaked into your energy is what I'm hearing. Again, we're getting like sexual terms. I just ignore my choice of words. Sometimes when I'm channeling, I cannot control what they're saying, and I'm just like, how do I explain it? I'm essentially just hearing what they're saying to me, and I'm just saying it instantly. But with the thing I was talking about a second ago, they were saying that they soak in your energy. I know, terminology. But because this person does that, because this person, maybe they're trying to connect with your energy to figure out what the hell is going on. It feels like there's a lot energetically happening in this. Yeah. And because this person is so perceptive, they're going to pick up on that. They're going to be aware of that. And so because they're trying to sort it out, they're literally like within your energy trying to figure it out. And so you're going to get energetic impacts based off of that, if that makes sense. So if you have like random sexual pings is what we'll call it, it's because this person's tapping into your energy and kind of triggering it. I don't think they're intentionally triggering that, but it's just like your guys' connection's naturally very intense and very physical, and so it's like this person tapping into your energy triggers that energy within you. I think that's the clearest we'll get with that. The Eight of Cups is really interesting for this connection. It feels like this person learned within your connection and how you came about to them is what I want to say. That they had to let go of what they thought they wanted for their future, and I think they're still in the process of doing that, because we know they're aware, we know they know stuff about this connection. They could even be watching readings, but I honestly feel like they're the reader. But it feels like this person really morphed their idea of love, of their future, of what they wanted for themselves. With the King of Cups here, it's like they look to you and your energy if they're reading it, and they're reevaluating what they wanted based off of how you've made a life for yourself. I want to say that you're a bit further along than them in certain aspects of life. This person feels very wise. They feel very rich emotionally and mentally. However, it feels like their physical experiences might be lacking. And I don't say that to say that they're like immature or anything, because I think they're not. I think because they have such rich inner worlds, they're very emotionally balanced with you. But it's like this person knows that if they're going to be meeting you, like I just want to keep saying they know certain things. They know that because certain things are happening, they're going to have to be a lot more emotionally mature for you. It's very interesting because this reading's supposed to be how they perceive you. And in a way, all of this is, but it's also revealing like how you've taught them things without even meeting them yet, how you've impacted their life without even meeting them yet. We will definitely get more cards to do more specific perceptions of you, since this is what's coming out first, but it's really interesting the way that it's more about how you're already changing them on a soul level before you even interact physically. At least for most of you. I feel like some of you have passed by this person, or you like are in similar circles, but you just haven't had like a really in-depth conversation with this person. For others of you, like I said earlier, you have not met this person at all, but somehow, some way, you know of one another. Now, with the Nine of Pentacles here, it feels like you inspire this person to be more independent financially. I feel like this person is really on a roll with building financial wealth for themselves. But I feel like it's coming in hot and hot and heavy. Oh my fucking goodness. But with the Nine of Pentacles here, it just feels like this person's really, really working on different avenues of success. I'm hearing that there's different income streams, different seeds they're planting right now to make a lot of abundance for themselves, because I feel like they don't want to rely on you even if they know about you. Because I think I was saying earlier that you feel further along in certain aspects, so you could be further along in your career in obtaining security for yourself, whereas this person's still working on that with the Eight of Wands here. Like, it's moving forward energetically, but it might not be manifested physically yet. But I feel like internally they feel sovereign, they feel wealthy, they feel, I'm hearing like they're meant to have that even if it isn't there yet. They don't feel like they're stuck in toxic mindsets in regards to money. I feel like also with the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like you guys are someone like who has wealth, and I think that's something that I don't feel like this person's going to put you on a pedestal because of whatever money you make. This is interesting. They feel very grounded, very humble, and I honestly feel like if you do have wealth, they wouldn't want to use your money. Like I was saying earlier, they want to make abundance for themselves because it feels more satisfactory that way. It feels more like an accomplishment, and I feel like if they're using your money, they just feel like they're overstepping is what I want to say. And it's interesting because I don't think you'd care. Like, this group doesn't feel like they would care. They feel very, you guys feel very generous in general, but this person doesn't want to, I'm hearing they wouldn't want to use your money because other people might have done that to you in the past, or they might assume other people have done that in the past. Maybe your status is pretty obvious right off the bat of knowing you. Clearly they probably already know shit about you, but I also kind of feel like it's obvious if this person perceives you that way already. It's probably obvious. I'm hearing as well with the Eight of Cups and the King of Cups here that you are also leaving behind a lot of ideas that you previously held, that they are acknowledging that while they're walking away from certain things, you're also walking away through different things, but it's the similar experience. You both are walking away from things that'll bring you towards one another, and it might be hard, and it's things that I think you've known that you needed to do this for a while, or it's things that like you know is going to be for your highest good, but it's just kind of finicky to deal with now, isn't it? Some things are just a little shitty. We're going to pull a few extra clarifiers to see what else with how this person perceives you. All these cards are just falling on the ground. All three. Oh my gosh, not again. Interesting. So I was saying earlier about this person being aware of your energy and like soaking in it to try to get information off of it is what I want to say. But with the Nine of Pentacles, I know this isn't the best imagery for this card because this card traditionally has someone standing with a barricade, if you will, of wands, and it's kind of acting as a fence for them, and it feels like this person knows that sometimes they have to tap out of connecting with your energy because it is so intense. It feels like this person has to like distract themselves from I want to say entertaining the energy because it's intense. It's something that unravels both of you, I want to say, and it's like if you and this person were to focus on it all the time, it would just be unproductive. It wouldn't satisfy, oh my god. It wouldn't, okay, I'll say it anyways, it wouldn't satisfy either of you. Sorry, you guys are just cracking me up with the terminology today. We got the Nine of, or wait, what am I saying? The Nine of Wands, the Hanged Man, which is the Hanged One in this deck. And then we also have the Devil card. Yeah. That is not surprising at all. This is so fun. So the Nine of Wands, I was saying sometimes they know that they have to put a barrier between you and themselves because your guys' energetic connection is so intense that they can't really focus on anything else when they're dealing with it. I feel like when you guys are going to meet, this is going to be like electricity. I think of literally makes me think of like electrical powers when it's like literally going through your veins and you can like see it. It's very, very fun. I like that. But with the hanged one here, it's like, on one hand, they know they need to put barriers up. On the other hand, they would rather just literally like sit and rest in your energy and dive into it and rest with it. Because I think diving into your energy and learning about this connection for them is helping them propel really quickly ahead in different aspects of their life. Because yes, sometimes it can be very overwhelming and it can be very distracting, but other times it's very enlightening, it's very rewarding. This person gets a lot of motivation off of learning about your connection with one another. Now, with the Devil card here, obviously, that's another sexual attraction card. At least that's what I'm feeling for this group again. I mean, are we so surprised? I also feel like with the Devil, though, that this person perceives you as somebody who's a little intimidating. Somebody who's like, I want to say like you're hot, but your energy itself is also very, very intense. I kind of want to say that some of you might have Leo placements, or I know Scorpio. It feels like Scorpio too. It just feels very big, very, it's either very, like, oh my god. I keep saying things and then I realize how wrong it sounds, and then I'm like, okay, let me backtrack for a second. I was gonna say the energy feels very big, but it also feels very full of depth. Maybe you guys have a mix of both. I might have to roll an astrology dice for you guys today, because I'm just really curious on what some of the zodiacs are, because it feels very Scorpio, it feels very Leo. Honestly, Aries would not surprise me at all either. And I used all of those because I know all of you might not be into zodiacs, but I use all of those as kind of like archetypal energies for you to better understand what this would feel like. So if like you were to look up what a typical Aries is or a typical Scorpio is, it would help you better understand what this energy would feel like if you kind of combined all of those energies into one, if that makes sense, like mash them up into one little mixture. Yeah, but with the Devil card here, it's like you're a temptation. You're somebody who's very hard to not want. I feel like this person's gonna see this as a curveball though when you meet. I think this person's like, okay, I've got this. I've learned about this connection. It's not gonna faze me. And this person with the Queen of Swords is very good at putting on a poker face. This person isn't going to show their attraction. This person will feel it, but they're not going to display it outwardly. You might be able to see it in their eyes though, is what I'm hearing, or like I feel like this person will be thoroughly amused by you, because I feel like this person's very, we were saying earlier, very rich internally, and they haven't experienced much physically. It's interesting. Maybe they haven't experienced much in regards to relationships. Like they haven't like been with people. I want to say like some of these people might even be virgins. It's interesting. It's like some of these people have yet to literally experience certain things. Like maybe they've never been into a relationship or never had any sexual intimacy with anybody. It's different for everybody. And it's a general reading, so if that's not something that resonates, just leave it. But yeah, with the Devil card, you're very intimidating to them. You're intense but addictive once again. Like the Devil, we all have our indulgences, right? This person would feel like you're an indulgence to them, like you're somebody who they kind of have to like stay away from. But then we have these cards earlier, we got the Nine of Wands and we got the Hanged One. It's like they simultaneously have this push and pull effect where they want to be around you, but they also want to go away from you because it's too much sometimes. It's too overwhelming. I'm going to pull a few archetype cards to see more about how this person perceives you. Oh, my Lanta. Thank you. I'm gonna do one more actually. Alright, so the first card we have is the Alchemist. It says transformation of base motives and goals into golden wisdom. We'll put it over here. Then we have Samaritan. Refines your capacity to help those you would prefer to ignore. And then we'll do Hedonist next. it says, inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life, celebrates the beauty in yourself. And then last but not least, we have Mother, nurturance, patience, and unconditional love, joy in giving birth to life. I feel like with the alchemist here, this person really sees you as someone capable of anything. This person doesn't really have anything about you that they're like, oh yeah, they can't do that. This person truly, I think, would see all of your potential, if not more than what you're capable of. I think this person really sees you on a soul level, and I think that's why we also got the Judgment card here as well, because you're a wake-up call to them. They were awoken to, I want to say, their divine purpose, their path. Like I was saying, there's a lot of things being cleared out in their life, a lot of things they're walking away from and changing, and they're building abundance for themselves. You inspired a lot of change for this person, and I think because of that, and seeing your growth as a person, and seeing your, like, what you've made for yourself is what I want to say. This person, I'm hearing they can't wait to work with you. Interesting. But, it just feels like they really think you can do anything, and that if they were to get to work with you, that you guys could really build something great. I also feel like you guys would bounce ideas off one another really well. You'd have a really good mental connection with one another. With the Samaritan card here, I feel like when you guys are going to meet in person, especially when you guys are going to be around each other more frequently, it feels like you're going to do certain things to try to get this person to be closer to you. I think this person, you will be aware that they'll put walls up around themselves, and you're going to try to actively break them down. So I feel like this person is aware that you will challenge them, you will, I'm hearing like poke and prod at them to try to like crack their shell. It's like, you don't have the same shell, I want to say, that this person has, and if you do, you don't have it around this person. So it's like, it feels like I see a vision of you guys taking all your armor off in a way, like when in the fantasy books, when they like take off all their knives and their swords and their chainmail and shit. It's like you're taking all of that off and you're like, okay, now it's your turn, but this person needs a bit more help with that. This person needs a bit more convincing, and I feel like you guys would do it in a really fun, flirty way. I just see this image when I tap into the energy of like this, or of you smiling at them, and this person's like internally and equally annoyed but also amused. It's very funny. It's kind of like a black cat and golden retriever type relationship. Honestly, I'd actually say that it's like a black cat, black Doberman. Like, I think you have your armor and you have your walls, but not with this person for whatever reason. For whatever reason, you just want to have fun with this person. And I think this person as well, with the Samaritan card here, they think you're a very good person. They know that you're a very morally good person, like, in general. It just feels like this person, when they look at you, they know that you don't have any impure intentions. So like any armor they put up isn't because of you, it's just because of what they're used to. It's what they do, I want to say. And with the Hedonist card here, this is, I feel like you guys, this is you, you guys teaching this person to indulge in life, teaching this person to be like, I want to say more sensual as well. I feel like you guys would teach this person to dance, which is so freaking random. So perhaps some of you dance. I don't think this I don't think this person, oh my god, I can't even talk. I do not think this person dances. It's like you're gonna make this person more comfortable in their body. And it's not even like, that part's not even like in a sexual way. It's just like, you're gonna help them indulge in things and not feel guilty for it. And you're gonna make them, I think as well, this person might have a more curvy figure. They're not like super toned, I want to say. I feel like they're athletic though, is what I want to say, because I feel like this person would work out to clear their head, but I feel like they're working on getting to like the shape they want. But I think you will love their body, and you're gonna help them teach themselves to love their body as well. With the Mother card here, this one's really interesting. It makes me think that when you guys are going to be together for like a much longer time, I think this would be like time passing as you guys are, I don't even want to say you're together as a couple yet. I feel like you guys are around each other physically for a while without being together. Like, you build a very deep friendship before anything romantic happens. But I think you guys help this person see the possibility of being a mother. I think this person doesn't see that for themselves currently. They could have some blockages with the idea of motherhood. Maybe it's just not something they want for themselves. But I honestly feel like being around you, they understand why people would want to be one. It's like you unlock that aspect within themselves and you allow them to see the benefits of being a mother. It's really interesting. I feel like I'm trying to think if I know anybody right now. I think everyone I know, girl-wise right now, woman-wise, they don't want kids because of everything happening in the world and stuff. So it makes a lot of sense that this is like a blockage they have for themselves. It could even be with the green card here and heart chakra thing, like they don't want to marry someone who they think wouldn't be a good father or a good husband. I feel like this person would really want a support system when it comes to something like that. And as we know with the Samaritan card here, this person sees you as a very morally good person. They see you as someone who wouldn't harm them maliciously. It's interesting. I'm getting drawn to talk about, the other day my mom was talking about this random guy that I knew growing up. I think he was like a friend of a friend of a friend's father, like a very distant friend. And he was like married for years and he would cheat on her all the time. And I was learning about, like, I didn't know this as a kid because I'm not like unaware. Who knows about that stuff as a child usually, about like friends that you aren't really familiar with, you know, not seeing often. And I guess he like slept with, I don't know, like a stripper or something, which is funny. We got the prostitute card earlier and not I'm talking about this, but I guess he like slept with strippers or something, and that was like the final straw for her. But it makes me think of relationships like that where there's constantly just disrespect and a lack of, it's like a lack of love, I guess. It's like you don't love them enough to value them. And this person, I feel like, is around a lot of situations like that, or they know about a lot of situations like that. Hell, it's really easy to see situations like that, considering our generations are a lot more casual about love and sex and everything nowadays. But I think you're really going to help this person consider if they want that for themselves, because they'll finally feel safe to entertain the idea. They'll finally see you as like an example of like, oh, this person is who you'd want to marry. This person is someone who would be perfect for that if you both want kids. Granted, if this is like a whole conversation about kids and this pile does not want that, just take this as a general reading. This doesn't have to be everybody's thing. But for those of you who do, I think this person would really be healed by knowing you, is what I want to say. In regards to parenthood in general, they would really reconsider their previous thoughts on being a parent. I'm going to pull some of these oracle cards from the Hermit Tarot. I feel like I'm choosing this one because it's my spicier deck, and this group needs that. How does group number how does group number 1's person perceive them? Thank you. Yeah. So obviously we see this one. It says, I have so much desire for you. And then we have, I can't even look at you right now, and it was reversed, so I'm going to leave it reversed. We have, you already know. And then last but not least, we have, my life started when I met you. So obviously this card is pretty self-explanatory. Lots of sexual attraction, lots of physical attraction, just in general. I feel like I have to clarify that because there is romantic attraction as well, but I feel like the intensity of the sexual connection does overpower the romantic connection at times, but it does feel like there is a stunt in your guys' romantic, I want to say, development. So it's like you do get the base level of friendship before anything physical happens, is what it feels like. It feels like a game, though, at some point. It feels like there's a lot of rules around this connection. I don't know if you work together, because I was saying earlier that you might work together, but it does feel like there might be some little obstacles to you guys, though. To you guys, you're like, whatever. To this person, they're like very careful, very cautious, abiding by the rules. Like I said earlier, you guys are the hedonists. You guys are like, to hell with it, you're gonna do what you want. But it does feel like in the future there will be some, like, you're gonna be playing the game, like you will sneak around and do shit, is what it feels like. But with that, I can't even look at you reversed. Once again, this person, as I want to say, as thoroughly intrigued they are by this connection, because I feel like they read this energy a lot. They dive into your guys' energy of this connection, of what it is, because it is very intense. If this person's, I feel like they're a reader of some sort. They either are a reader or they have a reader, like a tarot reader or a psychic or an energy reader or whatever. But I feel like it leans towards they are a reader. But they have limits with how much they can tap into this connection, because it is very, very grand. With the You Already Know card, this is actually a spirit card in this deck. And in this deck, that means that it's a message from your spirit guides. So it's really interesting that we get You Already Know, because why am I saying she? They do already know. Oh, it's because the Queen of Swords. I was like, why am I saying she? Because the Queen. But this person literally does already know things. You probably do too, though. If that's coming out, it's probably a simultaneous awareness of one another. And maybe that's why there's already such a rich sexual connection prior to being... Why do I want to say physically intimate? Why do I want to say that? Honestly, with eye contact and stuff with you guys already feels intimate. I feel like I said this in a group way down the line. When was that? I don't know what reading that was. But I was talking about eye fucking. This group feels like that group, where it's like eye contact is very intense between this group's pairing, your connection with this person. With the My Life Started When I Met You, that just confirms what we were talking about earlier. This person feels like you really awakened them to their life path. You really helped them have faith in themselves to be independent financially. And I find that so interesting, because we were saying earlier that I feel like you guys, when you meet at least, will be more financially well off than this person. And yet they're so hell-bent on, like, being what you are on their own. They want to achieve it on their own before anything else. It's very, very cool that it's like they want to match whatever you've built for yourself. They want to do it too, is what it feels like. You really, really motivate this person. You really inspire them. It just feels like different avenues. This person feels like they got a lot of ropes up their back. It's very, very interesting. They have a lot of niche interests, is what I want to say, that they can make income off of. I'm gonna pull from one more message deck just because it's, you know, fun. What does group number one's person, how does group number one's person perceive them? Oh my goodness. We have you deserve the best, which this just makes me think even further, like this person sees you as such a good person. They see you as such a person to rely on, but also like a person to trust instantly. Like, I think the reason this person entertained the idea of there being any connection, even though I feel like you haven't met, is because they just recognize your energy so fully. I feel like this person will feel very familiar when you guys meet in person. It doesn't feel awkward. It feels very natural. It feels very pure in a way. I know this whole reading was talking about sex and shit, but it does feel pure. It feels pure despite the heat. Because literally you are adorable. So there is some cute romantic shit buried beneath all the heat. I feel like that card's honestly self-explanatory. Like, they find you adorable. We have you fill me up with happiness reversed. I swear this person just tries to ignore sometimes how you make them feel, because they're like, well, if I don't think about it, then it won't consume me. Oh my gosh, we have a lot. We have like a trio come out. So we have past life regression, Maybe that's why this person knows about you, because they had a regression and they were aware of you in that sense. We have, I want more, but I am scared. And then we have I lost you? Yeah, this person has a lot of knowledge that they've obtained on you, and it feels very heavy sometimes. It feels very, it's interesting because when I tap into it, I want to say it feels very heavy, but this person transmutes it very, very quickly, which is why I'm so inclined to say over and over that they feel like the spiritual person. They feel like the reader or the psychic or whatever it is. Even if they went to someone else to get the regression, it feels like they're very experienced in dealing with this stuff. Like, I don't think they would have learned about you, or that your guides or their guides would have told them about this connection in general, or vice versa for you as well, if you weren't ready for it. I think you've gone through enough big experiences that this is like light work in a way. Like, yes, it's a lot. Yes, it's kind of mind-boggling, but it's also like, well, I've done this, this, and this, so this can't really be that hard, can it? But I feel like with the Have I Lost You card and the I want more, but I'm scared, I think that's what this person is combating as they're tapping into your energy. It's like, that's why their walls break down, is because they do need to kind of sit in your energy and absorb some of that, I want to say familiarity. I think you feel like home to this person, and it's like when they don't connect with you for a certain amount of time, they kind of need a dose of you to kind of revive themselves again. I feel like they're very work heavy right now, and investing in you and integrating your energy with their own feels very healing for them, and it feels very restorative. The last card I think that I'm going to pull is one of these, what are these called? Pocket archetype cards? Wild Unknown, that's what they are. How does group number one's person perceive them? Oh, are we surprised that it fell onto the floor? Alright, we got the riddle. Literally, is it the Celtic knot? I think it's the Celtic knot. The riddle. When the riddle is present, one must stop searching for the right answer. It cannot be found, and ultimately it is not important. Rather, there must be a shift from the literal to the metaphorical, from logic to mythic. You are thinking too small and literally about the situation. The riddle card appears when the energy is deep and mysterious, like the elusive wisdom in a Zen koan. Focusing harder won't do it, neither will increased effort. Time, surrender, and humor are your only allies. What feels like the most pressing dilemma won't reveal its deeper wisdom for a long time. Eventually you'll learn a profound lesson from the riddle. For now, get comfortable with the limitations of your intellect and the reality of not knowing. It may in fact be the only reality there is. That is really interesting. It's like this person knows that sometimes they just can't learn more about this connection, like with the Judgment card here, because it's not divine timing. For how perceptive they are and for how intuitive they are, they can't dig into all the information at once because they know they're not ready and it's not the time to know those things. They're very self-aware with how this connection's developing, as well as what they should allow themselves to indulge in regards to it. This person isn't going to deep dive into your energy in a very toxic, intrusive way. Like, this person isn't just basking and trying to get all this shit on you, and I was gonna say basking in it and just enjoying it. They're like, when they do tap into your energy, it's for a purpose, it's for a reason, and it's not anything malicious. I don't think you need to be worried about this person finding out something on you that they're going to share with the world, because as private as you feel and as intense as you feel, this person's the same way. You guys mirror each other in that sense. You'll feel very balanced in that way. This person feels like your mirror, and I feel like this person wouldn't ever do anything to betray the information that they receive from their guides and your guides, because it feels like they're working with your guides as well. But yes, I feel like with the riddle, this person sees this whole situation with you as a riddle, like your connection, how it's developing, how it'll be, and I know sometimes they just have to like leave the knot off to the side and come back to it later and unravel some more and more if it's the right time. But yes, I think that's all I have for you, group number one. I hope it resonated. If you feel called, please feel free to like, subscribe, or comment. I want to thank your guides and my guides as well as you for being here today, and yes, until our next reading. Hi group number 1, I'm editing and I wanted to give a brief warning and apology for how congested I sound in this reading. I sound about as congested as I sound now, and I feel like I stutter a lot and I like use filler words a lot because I'm so congested, so I just wanted to apologize for that, and hopefully the message is still clear for you all. But yes, that is my forewarning before we get into the reading. Hi group number 2, you guys had the silver candle. I don't feel like I need to show it off too much, but we're actually going to do something a bit fun with this group. I don't know where I want to place it. I don't know. But we're going to set an intention together with this candle. Now, silver is usually about intuition, dreams, what else? The subconscious mind, lunar energy, the divine feminine, psychic abilities, spiritual clarity, emotional balance. Honestly, it can be for whatever the heck you want, but I want you all to kind of set your intention. You can either say it aloud or in your head, and I'll give you guys a second. And I'm going to put it over here, and we will light it. And we can watch it burn as we do your reading. Alright, while that candle is burning over there, we can kind of see if the flame flickers, and we can try to read the candle if we want. But I also want to get into your reading. So we're going to be starting off with 2 tarot cards and 1 archetype to see if this is the person that you guys are wanting a reading on. So if it does not match the person that you had in mind, perhaps you might want to pick a different pile. But group number 2's angels, guides, and ancestors, that serves their highest good. Who is this person that group number 2 wants to connect with? Thank you. And then 1 archetype card, please. Thank you. Okay, the first card we got is the Sun card. The next card we got, is the Ace of Wands. And then you guys' archetype card is Gossip, awakens consideration for the feelings of others, honoring trust. I'm already sensing that this group, we tend to have interlinked groups nowadays. I don't know if you all if some of you are groups watching, or if some of you like have friends that watch this and you guys all watch this together, but it's like sometimes it's interlinked, which is really funny. With the Sun card here, this feels like somebody who brightens your day. This feels like somebody who really just, I'm hearing, invigorates you. This is somebody who, it does feel romantic, I'm not going to lie, but it doesn't have to be. It could be a very, very intense friendship. I'll pull a clarifier just to make sure it doesn't have to be romantic. Does this have to be a romantic connection? Yeah, we got the Ace. Oh, interesting. The Ace of Cups and the Death card. So this could be a friendship that turns romantic. So it could be different for all of you. For some of you, it is implicitly romantic. For others of you, it is a friendship to romance. For others of you, I feel like you haven't physically interacted much, and the reason I say that is because of the Ace of Wands here. It feels like a meeting yet to be had. So we have kind of a mixed bunch of people here today. We have people who have a friends to lovers going on, people who are just a romantic thing, but maybe you haven't met yet. Maybe some of you have met this person, so that's another pool of people. But yes, regardless of what your situation is, it feels like this is somebody who really brightens up your day. It feels like this person is your world in a sense. And if you haven't met this person yet, it's not that you have to have your world revolve around this person, but I think the way this person emotionally impacts you really heals you from the inside out. they warm you up from the inside out. With the Ace of Wands here, I do feel like there is a lot of natural innate chemistry. I think there's a lot of attraction in this connection, which is why I was hesitant to say a friendship, because there is a lot of sexual connection as well. Sexual connection. I was gonna say sexual attraction, but I guess sexual connection too. I'm hearing for some of you it could be a you start as like sorry, I'm trying to reword it to make it less graphic so I don't ping the YouTube things. What was it, like, it starts as a casual sex thing, like you guys are hookup buddies and then you get together. Some of you it's that. Some of you it's literally just like a new thing. Like it's there's a couple groups, so I'm trying to touch on all of you. With the Gossip card, it's very interesting. Once again, for some of you, I feel like people tell you information on this person and you get a lot of information from other people on this person. Like, if this person doesn't tell you stuff about them directly. For others of you, it feels like you get information on them online in some way. Like, it's a very Seven of Swords energy. Like, this person doesn't know you're getting information on them. Or maybe they do. We haven't gotten there yet. Maybe they do. But either way, somehow, some way, this person, somehow, some way, you are getting information on this person. With the Ace of Wands too, I feel like this person really sparks a passion within you. Not even just in a sexual way, even though I do think that is a double entendre. But I feel like you guys, like you and this person, especially when you meet, if you haven't already, it's like two flames interacting and creating a wildfire. You two both feel very subdued energetically until you interact with one another, and it's like you guys create the sun together. It's like that's how rich and gigantic your flame is and how powerful it is together. I also feel like this is someone who you can be a kid with. I know it's a big jump from sexual stuff, but I feel like your inner child feels very safe with this person, and that's why it's so balanced. Like we were talking about earlier, like some of you could be friends to lovers. I think even if you aren't friends with this person right now, and this is like a shifting relationship, I think you guys will have a very big foundation of friendship regardless of what your guys' scenario is within this group. It feels like a relationship built on a lot of trust and honestly a lot of secret sharing. Like you guys would be the type of group to share a lot of secrets about one another to each other because you trust each other very quick off the bat. Alright, let's clear these up and get into how this person perceives you, if this resonated for you guys. How does group number 2's person perceive them? How does group number 2's person perceive them? Ooh. Can you please clarify how group number 2's person perceives them? Good Lord. Okay. I'm going to organize these and we'll be right back. Okay, you guys' first card for how they perceive you is the Two of Swords. Clarifying that is the Chariot. Then we have the Lovers. I love that card. I love the red string of fate in it. Then we have the Six of Wands clarifying it. Then we have the Tower card. Clarifying it, we have the Devil. I like this energy. This is so fun. So, with the Two of Swords here, this person, I'm hearing when I was saying it earlier when I was showing you it, your guides were saying this person feels like their hands are tied. This person feels like, oh, I gotta pull cards already. I'm gonna pull from the deck we just did. Does this person know about this connection if they haven't met yet? Thank you. Yeah. So I was getting the feeling that even if you guys haven't encountered one another physically yet, because I know it's a mixed bag, some of you do already know this person, some of you, I feel like, are already like in a connection with this person, others of you have not yet met at all. And the reason I wanted to ask if you guys have not met them, if this person is aware of you, because it does feel like a higher awareness in a way. This person does feel like they know things, I want to say know things they shouldn't. Not that they can't, but like they have a leg up on the situation more than you would be aware of, because we have the Page of Pentacles and the Ten of Pentacles. Now, while this person doesn't know everything about this connection, if you haven't met, this person does know like a nugget of information. They know a pentacle out of the Ten of Pentacles of information. They know something, even if not everything, about this connection. Because I feel like with the Two of Swords here, this person knows about you. Regardless if you know them or you don't, this person knows about you and they know about your connection. They know about what it's meant to be. They know about the divine purpose of it. Maybe they watch tarot readings. Maybe they're spiritual. Maybe they dreamt of you, or they had, like, earlier in group number 1, we had an interesting thing where it's like they had a past life regression possibly of their person, and that's how they know of them. It could be the most random way. It's what this person knows about you. But with the Two of Swords here, I'm hearing that their hands are tied. They don't feel like they can reach out to you, and I know this isn't necessarily how they perceive you, but I feel like this person's instant urge, once they knew what you were to them, which we'll get into, they instantly wanted to go after you. They instantly wanted to, I'm hearing, like, sort out what this connection is, because, like, while they have some information, they can only achieve some of the other information. They can only achieve knowing the full picture by knowing you, by being with you physically, by interacting with you. So if you haven't met physically, and I'm hearing if you guys have met physically, this is kind of like what it was early on, like before you got more together. I feel like you're not all together yet. Maybe some of you are. No. I don't feel like all of you are with your person yet. I feel like most of the people watching this reading, I'll say like 90%. There could be a 10% here for the hell of it, but I would say 90% of you have not gotten into like a committed relationship with this person, even if you have some weird situationship thing going on for that subsector of people who I was talking about earlier. But this person's instant urge is to go after you, to figure this thing out, is what I want to say. Because the Chariot card is like they have this idea as well, with referring to these cards as well. They have some idea of what your future together is meant to be, especially with the Lovers and the Six of Wands. Now, this person, how they perceive you, is somebody who they would have a very, very successful, I would dare say, idealistic soulmate type relationship with. Six of Wands is success. Six of Wands is literally a success in everything being achieved, and we have that with the Lovers. Like, this person sees you as their person, and it doesn't feel like, I'm gonna pull the card, but I would dare say that this person doesn't feel like, I keep saying dare say, I feel like this person wouldn't like me reading their energy. They wouldn't like me exposing things about them. They do feel rather tucked away. Like with the Two of Swords here, like they're blocked off. They're cut off is what it feels like. Sorry, group number 2. My battery died for a second. But as I was saying with the Lovers card, it feels like this person knows that you'd be their match. It's very fascinating because it's like they know and recognize your energy already. Even though some of you haven't met, it's like they know you already. You feel familiar in a way that's very unique to them. Especially with the Tower card here and the Devil. You are a wake-up call for this person. You are the type of person to break down every single aspect of this person and force them to rebuild it. It's like you don't even do this intentionally. I think it's more of a subconscious effect that this relationship has on your person you're asking about. in order to be with you. And I feel like they know this. It feels like they have cosmic wisdom is what I want to call it. They know that they have to break down certain things in their life. They know they have to walk away, especially with the Devil card, certain things in their life in order to achieve you, in order to meet you. It's like they have to be a different, higher, better version of themselves. And it's not to say you wouldn't like them as the person they were, but I feel like they just weren't aligned with their highest path before they encountered your energy. They weren't following the right, I'm seeing like a little cobblestone pathway. They weren't following the right path. I feel like they were drifting and moseying and doing little side quests. But this person's meant to help a lot of people in a similar way that I feel like you guys do as well with whatever your career path is. And yet they weren't doing that. They weren't following with their purpose. But you guys, because of how they perceive you, it's like they had to break down their things that misaligned with you. I'm going to pull some clarifiers to see what that's about. Yeah, we got the High Priestess, and we also got the Nine of Swords. I was saying this person has some divine wisdom on this connection. They could be a psychic, they could be in touch with one, they could watch tarot readings, just as you are now. But this person, I feel like as they learned things about this connection, like what the purpose of it is in their life, what it's meant to be for them, the more they had to break down their own psyche, their own self, their own worries and fears about their future, because it wouldn't go with them when they meet you. It wouldn't be sufficient for their future if they held on to these things, because if they met you and they still held certain beliefs, they wouldn't be the version of themselves meant to meet you. It's like this person has certain accomplishments they're going to achieve before you guys are really connected. You could meet them when they're not fully there yet, because some of you might already know them, but it feels like they're still working to get to this point where they've achieved certain things for themselves, and that's what kind of aligns you guys. It's really interesting. I wonder why that is. I'm gonna see. Four of Cups, Wheel of Fortune reversed. Yeah, there's certain things in this person's life that they're dissatisfied with. There's certain things in this person's oh my goodness, you can tell I'm tired. This person's life where they're settling and they're not meant to. They're meant to push the bounds of it. You guys feel like somebody who's very abundant, somebody who has a lot going for themselves, somebody who's worked really, really hard and achieved a lot of great things. And this person can do that. They have the potential to do that, but they hold themselves back and they don't let themselves act on all the whims and dreams that they have because maybe they don't have a good support system around them. I feel like you guys do, though. I feel like that's a big differing thing, is this person is going through, I want to say, a similar dream that you went through. I think you guys kind of took a whim and pursued a dream that is not conventional, that is something that is very tough. When you're looking in from the outside, or wait, is that the right way to say it? When you're looking from the outside in? I think that's right, that's a better way. From what, like, if you're looking from the outside in on your situation, it looks very tough, it looks very difficult, right, to achieve what you've done. It's like the Midas touch is what I want to say, but it feels like you guys, and it feels like whatever you've done, your person has the potential to do the same exact thing, but you had a support system to achieve that success, whereas this person is on their own trying to do the same thing. I hope that puts that into perspective. So whatever it is you've achieved, and if you haven't achieved anything yet, because there's probably going to be a few people in this group like, Ambrosia, I haven't done that yet. You will. You will. And I think that's why they're kind of bringing up certain things that don't necessarily have to do with perceptions, but more of like your journey to one another, because it'll help clarify certain aspects of when certain milestones in your connection will happen. But it feels like you're gonna hit success first, and then this person is working on it, and then you'll meet, and then this person will rise to wherever you're at, and then you'll meet and you'll stay together. Does that make sense? You could even be helping them in regards to work, though, as well, as what I'm hearing, so it doesn't have to be like a one-off meeting and you don't ever see them again. I just feel like your romantic connection takes a second to develop. It's not an instant fling, you know? But yeah, I feel like your guides really wanted me to clarify that with whatever you achieved, think of the people you had around you and how they supported you, and think of what you'd be doing right now if you were by yourself, because that person is going through that exact situation, is what I want to say. They're doing it literally by themselves, and that's why it's such a tower moment, is because nobody around them is supporting what they're doing. And I want to say, if they are supporting them, it's not very vocal, it's not like helpful. Like the Devil card, it might be like half-ass compliments, maybe they'll talk about it and no one really like hypes them up, they're just listening, you know what I mean? They're not really interacting in the conversation, they're just there. Because I feel like this person has a lot of worries, and connecting with your connection spiritually and learning about it really helps illuminate their path, because nobody else in their life is doing that for them. Nobody else in their life is showing them that they can achieve these great things, because nobody else in their life has faith in them like you would have faith in them. Does that make sense? I think because whatever you guys have achieved, or if you're going to be or if there's people in the group who haven't achieved it yet, whatever you're meant to achieve, because you guys are meant to do that and you have the codes of that within you, you're never going to shy away from the success that this person also innately has within them, because it's matching yours. You're just going to love that part of them because it is an aspect mirrored within you, right? But yeah, I don't know why I want to point out so much that this person's by themselves. I feel like that's because when this person perceives you, the reason they're thinking of you as this lover's figure, this successful person who will, like the lovers, it's like you're, I just think of the registering of fate, like you're tied together, and now this person has someone who they can like rely on. I want to say like someone who they can lean on. They don't have anybody who does that for them right now. And I feel like this person isn't aware of how much they need that until they connect with your energy and they're like, wow, like I needed this whole time, and I can't go after it right now in the physical realm because I have to do, like, build this thing and work on my wealth and do this thing, or it's not the right time for us to meet right now, even though I know this person is my person, I can't meet them right now. It feels like higher wisdom, though. I'm going to see if there's anything else they want to say about why this person feels aware of this connection. Because there's a good chunk of you who has not met this person yet, physically. Yeah, we have the 5, oh my gosh. The 5 of Swords and the 5 of Cups. Wow. Yeah. I think the reason your person was gifted the knowledge of this connection, whether you guys met briefly, whether some of you, I talked about like a hookup group earlier, why you guys met early even though it wasn't like a romantic, stable relationship, why you had like a fling and not just meet them later down the line. I think the reason you know about each other, if it's an online thing, or why you know of them in general, is because this person, as well as you, are going through very similar yet different hardships. Sorry, this is the 5 of Wands. I did not read that correctly earlier, the card over here. But with the 5 of Wands, you're going through physical conflicts, whether it's work, whether it's, I want to say it's work, I don't think it's anything else. I'm hearing scheduling, that's why I say work. But it could be family is what I'm hearing as well, just like little trials and tribulations in your physical life. Your person's going through the opposite. They're going through the emotional aspect of it. That's why they were talking about so much how this person knows about you, because they need someone to lean on, and they don't have that right now. They don't have that. But if they know about it, at least they can try to hold out for it, you know? They can hold out hope that that thing will come eventually. Because I think that person, this person, sorry, grapples onto that. I think of a grappling hook, and it like digs into you, which sounds so awful. I don't know though, because this connection's so, you guys are both so self-sacrificial for the people you love. But honestly, a lot of the people in your life, I don't think this is everybody, but I think in this person's life especially, since they don't have the best support system, but I think you're also very lenient with people around you. You guys give and give and give and let people take and take and take from you. when it's not always right, when it's not always just. And it's like when you guys finally meet one another, I think the reason they were showing me like a little grappling hook, like this picture is so nice, and it's like a little ribbon tying you guys, and I'm seeing like a really, like a bloody grappling hook, like dug into somebody's back, like the prongs or whatever. Like that's you guys connected that way. But it's so, I want to say like vicious, like carnal in a way, because you guys are on equal playing fields. I hope this makes sense. I think the reason you guys don't mind if one another kind of have to lean harder than necessary, how do I want to put this? The reason I feel that you and your person don't mind one another's energy digging into one another, even if it's a bit hard sometimes, or a bit painful sometimes, is because you are one another's mirrors. I think their pain is your pain and vice versa. Like, you don't see it as like, oh, this person's taking from me like these other people sometimes do, because I think you have a lot of people around you that drain you, or you have a lot of situations around you that drain you, whereas this person has a lot of people around them that drain them. But one another's pain is not the same as those other situations. I think you guys almost have like a is it sadistic? No. Yeah? When you like pain, is that masochistic? Oh my gosh, I'm too tired for this right now. I'm sorry, I cannot think of the difference between the two, which one's which. But like you guys almost like each other's pain, because you're so soulfully intertwined that it's like, oh yeah, like their pain's my pain. It's very, very honestly beautiful. I know that sounds backwards, but like you both were looking for one another for so long, and then you finally found one another, and it's like, I don't really care what this person does, because it's not a malicious, painful action. It's just, you know, the consequences of life sometimes. It's not like this person, is trying to hurt you. It's just the situations and circumstances you guys are within right now. Wow. That was a lot. That was a lot about, like, your guys' connection in general. I love that, though, because it is so full of depth. You guys literally just feel like each other's shadow in a way. Like, I feel like even when you're not around one another, you think about one another and you act as if the other person is there. It's very beautiful. I also felt like with the Devil card here, I think if you haven't met online, or if you haven't seen this person for a while and you met briefly, I think when you first meet, there's like a, oh my, you're so intertwined, I don't know why I keep apologizing. I swear this group might have a problem with that with people. You guys need to not apologize to people too much, because it's coming out when I'm channeling. It's funny. Because when you guys first met, it was such a big love bomb, not a toxic one, but like you were like, oh my gosh, this is my person. Whether it's online, and like, again, apply it to your situation. Because it was so grand and so eye-opening, I think when you meet for the second time, whether it's in the physical reality or like again, there will be a lot of sexual chemistry. There will be like an awakening of that side of the connection. The first time was just the emotional soul bond, and the second time is like the physical sexual attraction. So beware if you have not had that second meeting yet. It'll be a kind of a shock to your system. I'm hearing like 𝐕𝐢𝐞𝐰. What's that song? 𝐕𝐢𝐞𝐰. How does group number 2's person perceive them? Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh, guys. We got the sun. And we literally got you guys describing them as that earlier. That is so beautiful. Like I was saying, you guys mirror each other so heavily. Oh my gosh, it just gets better and better. We got the 10 of Pentacles again. That's the same card as this one over here. And then the last card we got is the Ace of Pentacles. Now, with the Sun card here, just as much as I was saying with you guys earlier, in regards to them, you light this person up. You feel like, I want to say the rays of a sun to this person. I think you guys warm this person, and you make them feel very comfortable in whatever it is they're doing, whether it's day-to-day chores. I feel like this person has certain walls they put up about certain things, but I feel like with you it just kind of melts away. Like, they can't put up the same barriers with you that they put with other people. They're showing me like a black cat, and you know when like a cat's hairs stand up because they're stressed out, it's like they're usually like that, I feel like, when they're doing certain things or out in public or dealing with people. But with you, it's like they calm down and they're very, very mellow. And that's not to say there's not sexual connection energy, because there is, but it waxes and wanes. With the Sun card here, it's like, I think I said this earlier in your reading, while you're both fire on your own, when you're together, it's like you're this big wildfire that's intertwined. I keep wanting to say intertwined with this group because you guys are like enmeshed within one another. With the Ten of Pentacles, I think this person is aware of the future, the very, very abundant future that they could have with you. This person knows that if you guys were to end up together, it would be like their idea of a happy ending, their perfect idea of a happy ending. I always describe this card, the Ten of Pentacles, as like my personal opinion that it's like the best happy ending card you can get. You have emotional fulfillment, you have material fulfillment. It's like you have whatever you could possibly want, and everything is just, it's like the end of a book when everything's just wrapped up and so swell and perfect. I feel like that's the Ten of Pentacles. And you feel like this person, ooh, I'm reversing it again, the mirroring. You guys are probably my twin flame group. I feel like there's always one, at least when I'm doing this. But with the Ten of Pentacles here, I feel like you guys are just one another's dream come true, as well as one another's ideal partners. I feel like I gotta include you guys in the group too, because whatever their perception is of you, you mirror it back. It's like you guys are reflecting one another. With the Ace of Pentacles here, it's very interesting. I feel like you inspire this person to be more bold in their business ventures. I think this person takes a lot of leaps in regards to their career. I think they perceive you as someone who trusts what they're doing in regards to their career. I think you have a lot of faith in yourself and your career, and you have made a lot of abundance for yourself, and I feel like they acknowledge that when they meet you. They like admire it heavily, and I think it inspires them to really, I don't want to say that they don't take their job seriously, but I think they begin to appreciate the process more with their job after you guys meet. They romanticize things a lot more, because I feel like you guys enjoy working. Whatever you do for work, you enjoy doing it. Sure, there's hard things we were saying earlier, like the Five of Wands and stuff, but overall it does feel very, very sunny. But I feel like with the Ace of Pentacles, they see you as such a, oh, interesting, your guides are saying a rich opportunity. So for some of you, the Ace of Pentacles could also be that this person sees you as a catch. They see you as somebody who's like, oh, I've been offered this person. Like, once again, this person like already has ownership over you in their head. They're like, yeah, that's my person. Yeah, they're mine already. Oh, I know we haven't met yet, or I know we need to meet again, but yeah, that's my person. Like, I know that already. It's funny. This person just like knows already. They have like this coin in the back of their pocket. Like, literally, like they felt like they were gifted to you by the universe. It's very interesting. It's funny. You're like this person's North Star in a way too. I feel like they look to this connection and this energy that you guys have together to kind of motivate themselves with other aspects of their life that are heavier that we talked about earlier. I'm going to pull some of these message cards. Actually, no, I'm going to pull archetype cards before I forget. How does group number 2's person perceive them? Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. Oh my gosh. Guys, I don't think you're ready for these. So we've got slave, surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. We have child divine, innocence, purity, and redemption suggest a special connection with the divine. Like, once again. And then, you ready? Servant, delight in serving others with a free and loving heart. You guys feel like the type of person to this person where like you wear rose-colored glasses by choice. Like, you know life isn't sunshine and rainbows, but this person's like, but you choose to see the good anyways. You choose to be the good anyways. Is that the Gandhi quote? Be the change you wish to see. I feel like that's how this person perceives you when they get to interact with you a lot more. It feels like this person acknowledges how much you try to be the good for others and be a light for others. To your job, to your purpose, to what you feel is your life's mission, and you don't really back down from that. I feel like with strangers, I keep wanting to use work and intertwined with it all. Maybe you're like a workaholic, but with slave and servant, it's like you just hand yourself over to other people, and you'd like do so willingly. Like, I feel like you get very internally gratified just by simply helping people, and this person sees that very soon off whenever you guys meet again. I want to say meet again even if you haven't met, because it's like you guys have known each other in multiple lives. You guys feel like you've had past lives together, and like you're very familiar with one another's energy, and I think that's why you guys recognize one another so quickly. The child divine, I love this. I feel like this person's very attracted to your smile, as well as your eyes when you smile. I feel like this person lights up when you light up, kind of like the sun card mirroring we heard about earlier. It feels like this person like loves to watch you. They love to watch you enjoy yourself as well. It's like this person just, I'm hearing like they love to intake you, like intake your presence and your energy, because you're just such a good person. They feel like you're such a light to other people, and you do so many nice, wholesome, like good things for other people just because you like doing it. And they're like, how is this like a person? Like, how is this somebody who's doing this all the time without any ulterior motives? Why is this person so naturally good at supporting everyone and not having it be a hardship on them? It's like you have a very beautiful balance with the connections around you, as well as like any soul, I want to say. Like, I just think of strangers a lot too. Like, you're very generous with strangers. I feel like you guys would be very good tippers when you go places, but it feels like this person sees that very quick off the bat. They see how devoted you are to just humankind in general. And with child divine, like, you remain very light in spirit. You don't take things too seriously, or you try to make light of situations if people are getting too caught up in, I want to say, cobwebs. It's funny, I feel like if there was a very serious situation, you guys would be the type to try to like help everybody and support everybody and make people laugh and lighten the mood a bit. Granted, there's a time and place, but I feel like you guys are very emotionally intelligent or very good at reading a room, and this person acknowledges that very quickly. I'm going to pull out some of these message cards to see what else. Okay, we have I somehow trust you. We have I want to man up and honor you. And then these cards came out together. We have karma as well as you worry so much. This is an interesting message. I'm going to start off the middle one because that's the one your guides are mentioning first. I'm hearing with this card that your higher self has really tried to integrate a balance of masculine and feminine energy within you in this incarnation, and that's been quite a big battle in regards to how you perceive yourself. I feel like whatever gender you are, you have a very balanced gender perspective within yourself. Like, you're very androgynous and comfortable with whatever your gender is, because you feel like, you know, like how souls don't have a gender, you feel like you embody your soul in a physical form, and you respect whatever gender you are, but you know that, like, you're a soul on a soul level. You know what I mean? You don't house yourself like, oh, I can't do this because I'm this. You know what I mean? I feel like you guys have a very healthy connection with your gender role, and I feel like your person notices this very quick off the bat. It feels like this person really likes that too, because I'm hearing they like a feminine touch. So I'm hearing if this is like if you're asking about a girl, I feel like they would like the feminine aspects of you, or if it's reversed, if you're a female, they like the masculine aspects of you. They really like the reverse of what, I don't know, like the gender roles are. Like a lot of girls like a masculine man. This girl would like your feminine aspects. I'm hearing like some of you have earrings, or some of you wear more feminine clothing, or like, I want to say, I kind of want to scoff when I say feminine, because I feel like it's not even that feminine, but people are so sensitive nowadays that they think that it's feminine. You guys could have longer hair as well, if you're a man, and that's like, I guess that's not the norm, whatever. Gendered roles are just stupid. But you know what I mean. So if you're a man, I feel like they honor your feminine features, and vice versa for female masculine features. With I Somehow Trust You, it feels like this person, when they first, I keep wanting to say first perceive you, it feels like the second meeting with whatever situation you have for each of you, the second meeting is the big one for all of you. Whether you've encountered one another online and this is your first physical meeting, whether you've met before but it was like a fling, or whether you've met before and it was just like a friendship thing, the second time is like the hard hitter. The second time, like, you have this soul connection awaken. Like we said, there's a big sexual like bang is what I want to call it, like a lightning strike. But with I Somehow Trust You, I just feel like you feel the soul connection so fiercely when you meet for the second time. It's something unignorable. Now with karma and you worry so much, I feel like this is just emphasizing that even more. Like karma, like, you know there's a soul connection. This person is aware there's a soul connection no matter what your situation is, and they probably worry about it a bit. I think this one's cute because I feel like the you worry so much card makes me think of you, and I feel like because we were talking about earlier how you make light of things that are heavy and you're very good at transmuting that energy, this person would like that a lot about you when you guys are physically together. Interesting. Sorry, I'm getting a segue. You guys are saying, I don't feel like this is graphic for YouTube. They're saying, when this person's really stressed out, you guys would like to please them, like pleasure them, to get them out of their own head. Like you guys are very acts of service in that way as well. I think I can say that on YouTube. That's pretty tame. It's funny though, because when I read the karma card, it just makes me think of you guys being like, yeah, that's just like my duty to them. Like, of course I'm going to do that for them. Why wouldn't I do that for them? It's just really funny how devoted you guys are to all the people in your life. It's so instinctual for you, and I think that's why it's so amusing to read. It's because you guys are like, well, of course I'm doing that for them. Why wouldn't I? And it's something like most people just wouldn't do. You like go the extra mile always, and this person loves that about you. And I feel like you never make this person feel guilty for like wanting your presence often, is what I'm hearing. This person and you, I think, will love to selfishly take a lot of time together, whether I'm hearing alone time sexually, literally, like you guys are addicted to one another sexually, but it's also like you guys will just want to be together and to enjoy one another's company, and I feel like you guys will have a lot of fun dates and stuff. I'm just going to jump into random stuff they say about your future connection, because I feel like you guys are already getting information about this being a connection. I might as well confirm what you already know. I'm going to pull some of these. Actually, I'm going to pull from this deck. How does group number 2's person perceive them? Oh, see? The heck. Oh my gosh. We can do one more. Maybe. Thank you. Yeah, I love that Reach Out came out last, because we were saying this, that's how we started this reading, was saying this person feels like they can't reach out to you. It feels like there's a stunt in reaching out to you. Maybe it's like you guys left on bad terms, or maybe you left on weird terms is what I'm hearing. Maybe some of you, like, you haven't physically connected, so like they literally can't reach out because I'm hearing it'd be weird, and it's also just like not the right timing for a meeting, and this person knows that because they're cognizant on this connection somehow, some way. It's tarot reader shit right here. We have Do You Think About Me Too reversed. I feel like you guys can easily get consumed by one another. I'm laughing because I'm holding these two like devil. These are like devil cards when they're black in the deck, and you'll see in a second. But I feel like you guys get very consumed in one another, and you guys are like the only thing each other think about. And this person, I feel like, especially right when you meet again, this person is going to second guess how often they think about you. I think this person's like, why does this person have an effect like this on me? Why is group number 2 stuck in my head on repeat? It's like you invade their head and they can't get you out of it. It's very interesting. It's like, I'm hearing tattooed on my brain. I think that's a song, tattooed on my mind. Maybe that's one of your guys' channeled songs. So we've got, funny enough, 2 devil cards, because we have the devil card here. We have I Want to Get You Drunk, and we have I Am Obsessed with Your Body. And funnily enough, on the bottom of the deck, we have yet another devil card, and it says You Make Me Want to Do Bad Things. So I'm going to leave that over there, but I just thought that was comical that there's yet another one, because I was emphasizing earlier that when you meet again, that's when like the sexual hit happens. It's so odd. It's like when you first meet, you're overwhelmed by the fact that it's your person, because I feel like you guys didn't know if they existed, and vice versa. This person, I keep saying you guys, but it's because it's mirrored, so just know that it is also how they perceive you when I'm talking about how you perceive them. But I just feel like the soul connection was so overwhelming that it just wasn't the forefront of your mind. The sexual connection wasn't, so that's why it catches you so off guard the next time. I feel like the I'm obsessed with your body is rather self-explanatory. This person is obsessed with you, essentially, with your body specifically. However, with the I Want to Get You Drunk, I always interpret this card as this person wanting to get your walls down, wanting to see a side of you that isn't so guarded, wanting to see past whatever front you have up, which is so interesting because I was saying that this person feels very closed off and feels very protected, but it's not necessarily needed. However, you guys melt one another's inhibitions is what it feels like. But with the I Want to Get You Drunk card, I feel like maybe that's what your person's realizing off the bat, is that you are hard to read. You are someone who, like, you guys kind of need something to break the ice between one another, and I feel like at first you might be hard for this person to figure out and sort out, because you both might be feeling the same exact things, but you both are struggling to read one another. And it's like, besides the fact that you guys are both somehow, I feel like you both have tarot readers or something, or they're a reader or something, or you're a reader. Besides the fact that you guys are getting your information from here, in the physical realm, it's like you guys can't figure it out. It's like that's the thing at first. But it's like with the You Make Me Want to Do Bad Things on the bottom of the deck, it's like you both have this like instant need for one another, and yet you both think otherwise about each other. I hope that makes sense. So you both have like this instant sexual chemistry, and I think you can feel it. Like, it's not like you guys can't feel it, but I think you guys second guess yourselves, because the devil card's like you just get wrapped up in your own head and you overthink things, and so you're both like, oh, I feel it, and then you're like, maybe I'm just assuming too much, maybe this isn't actually what I think it is. And I think you both will kind of put your walls up for a bit. And so I think that's what that card's about, is them wanting to find a way to get, honestly, both of you to break each other's walls down. I don't think it's just them perceiving you that way and vice versa. It's both of you. The mirroring, the twin flame shit. Very, very striking. I'm going to pull one of these archetype cards for our last card. Alright, the card we have is the Self. That's why I said, oh my god, because I was talking about the mirroring, and then we literally get the Self, which is crazy. The Self. The soul, the what? Oh wait. The Self. The soul, the witness, the watcher. The Self is the prism that allows the spectrum of our personalities to radiate. It does not judge, prohibit, suppress, or oppress any of its parts, as it lovingly knows that all aspects have a time and a place, and leads us to experience the full breadth of life's offerings. The Self is the central abiding container, the awareness of the infinite universe of possibilities. When this card appears, it's a call to step back in, to witness consciousness, to observe yourself navigating the world. Ask yourself, am I the stew or the chef? In most situations, our ego draws us to the cauldron where we swirl, spin, and smolder in chaos. Yet the self is a graceful culinary dancer, watching, waiting, observing as the spectrum of ingredients become the flavor of our life. Look into the mirror for 30 seconds or more. Attempt to see the you behind the you. I love that that's what your person perceives you as, because they literally perceive you as the person that grounds them. They see you as the person who reminds them of to be a soul living a human experience and not getting too swept away into the 3D world and all of its problems and complications. You remind this person to just be themselves and be a soul and be who they really are at their core. And that's so beautiful. I love that that's how we're wrapping this up, that this person just perceives you as their reminder to be themselves. That's so lovely. And literally, like, the heart of this card is a sun, what we started this reading out with. That's so cute. Wow. I think that's all I have for you today, group number 2. I say that like it wasn't a really long reading. If you feel called, please feel free to like, subscribe, or comment. I want to thank your guides and my guides, as well as you, for being here today. And yes, until your next reading. Hi, group number 3. You guys had this pendant. If it wants to focus today. And let's get into your reading. So we're going to be starting off with pulling a few cards so you can see if we are channeling the right person and if this is your group. So we're going to pull 2 tarot cards and an archetype card for who group number 3 picked as their person to figure out how they perceive them. So who did group number 3, one of them fell. Who did group number 3 pick as their person? Oh, interesting. I meant to grab an archetype, and yet I'm grabbing more tarot. So perhaps we needed that additional card. Who did group number 3 pick as their person? Thank you. Alrighty, so the first card we have is the Page of Swords. Then we have the 5 of Wands. I don't know why my voice wants to crack so much today. And then we have the 7 of Cups. And then your guys' archetype card for this person is the Poet. Expresses soul insights in symbolic language. With the Page of Swords here, it feels like this person to you feels a bit brash, feels a bit too blunt is what I want to say. This person feels a bit abrasive to the way you intake information, and it feels like with the 5 of Wands here that it grates on you. It's like a pumice stone. It's not smooth against you. It's a bit rough, and it's a bit painful sometimes to listen to what this person says. However, for whatever reason, you're curious about them. You're curious about their perception of you. This doesn't necessarily feel like a love connection. It doesn't necessarily feel like a friendship yet either. It just feels like somebody you're curious about, because with the 7 of Cups here, this is somebody who is a mystery to you. This is somebody who you're trying to sort out. This is someone who, it's a bit of they're an enigma. But with the Poet card here, for some reason, and somehow, you guys are able to listen to them speak. Maybe they're a speaker, maybe they, give insights. Maybe they're like a therapist or a psychologist or a life coach or a teacher of some sort, a spiritual teacher maybe, since it says expresses soul insights in symbolic language. Maybe they're writers, maybe they're songwriters, maybe they're literally poets. Who knows? But it feels like this person, if this is your guys' group, this person grates at you. This person's a bit prickly sometimes. This person, it makes me think of Peter Pan. You know, like the cartoon version of Peter Pan where he looks a bit like an imp and he's a little shit. Like he's a little like, it makes me think of having a little sibling sometimes. I don't have, well, I guess I technically have one. I have a twin brother, so I guess he's technically younger than me, but, people who just kind of, like, pick at you, you know what I mean? But it doesn't feel malicious, it just feels like sometimes it is what it is, you know what I mean? That's why I kind of refer to it like a sibling thing. But yeah, so if this sounds like your person, and if it sounds like the way they impact you, then let's get into your reading. We're going to pull a few tarot cards to figure out how they perceive you. Group number 3 is angels, guides, and ancestors that serve their highest good. How does group number 3's person perceive them? All the cards just want to fall down today. How does group number 3's person perceive them? I'm going to organize these cards and we'll be right back. I feel like I said this for another group number 3, but you guys could know somebody who also watches my channel, and I think another group would help enlighten you on your relationship with that person, because it feels like you guys are talking about the same person, but this person has a different emotional impact on you. It's kind of similar to last week's reading, the career reading. Not last week's, yeah, for me, because I'm ahead of the game, so, because it's the 16th. I keep repeating that in this video, so my apologies, but I'm just trying to keep my time organized right now. But the first card for how they perceive you is the 2 of Swords. Then we got the Judgment card, clarifying it. We have the 9 of Cups. We have the Chariot, clarifying it. And then we have the 2 of Cups. Clarified by the Empress. I'm hearing right off the bat your guides say that this person knows you're looking for them. And they're saying, like, I gave you a path to meet me, but you have to come find me. Like, the Empress sits and waits for things to come to them. Her, I guess, you know, if it's an Empress. But I'm hearing they gave you a path to meet them, but you haven't, I don't want to say take the bait because it isn't a game, but it's like they've handed you the first coin and they're waiting for you to accept or decline, you know what I mean? So take that if that resonates for some of you. But with the 2 of Swords, it feels like this person knows that you, yeah, their perception of you is that they know that you're closed off to whatever your guys' connection is. It doesn't feel inherently romantic. It doesn't feel, because I had some piles like that today, but it feels like you guys mentally strike one another. I think this group would be really good collaborators. You and the person you're asking about, you guys would be very good work partners, very good, like, friends, just really good friends. And I think, like what I was saying earlier with the sibling thing, like, you guys could develop, I don't know why I'm stuttering. I feel like I'm so parched right now, so if I'm talking kind of dry, that's why. I keep chugging water in between sentences, not that you guys see that, but I feel like I have to make a disclaimer for that because I sound scraggly right now. But with the 2 of Swords, they are aware that you are closed off to this connection. They're aware that you are aware, oh my gosh, they're aware that you're aware that this connection just, oh my gosh, serves a divine purpose, and yet you're both, I don't want to say, it's like you're so sibling coded. It's so funny. I heard, like, you're waiting to see who breaks first, like, who is it plays chicken when, like, you're like, well, who's gonna back out first? You guys have, like, a game going. You guys feel like a very strong, sturdy energy. I feel like this person perceives you as somebody who's really capable of leading other people, of being a role model, because, like, they are coming up as the Empress, but I feel like you guys match them. You guys even if this isn't a romantic thing, I think on a work level or on a friend level, you guys are very similar in your power. You guys hold a lot of power over other people, no matter what you do for a living. But yeah, I think their first perception of you in general, coming out here today, is that they're aware that you're aware of whatever divine connection your relationship serves. And they know that you're closed off to it. It's like they feel like they have to offer up some information because they want you to kind of come out of your shell. I'm literally seeing like Mr. Krabs. What's that episode when Mr. Krabs like takes off his I feel like I should insert a photo because this is so random if you don't know a SpongeBob reference. But he like takes off his shell and he's like pink underneath it and he's like naked. I'm seeing something like that. Like, this is why I get sibling energy. Like, it's funny. Like, this connection is just really funny and goofy. I feel like with the 9 of Cups here, this person knows that you would be a wish fulfillment of a connection. However, it feels like they're also kind of blocked off, like you're blocked off. I feel like this person, when I tap into their energy, their higher self wants me to reveal things about them to put you on equal playing fields. It's like they're humbling themselves. I keep seeing like when knights lower their swords, they're not like in a defense position anymore. It's like this person's trying to lower their defenses and give you a bit of information so you can lower yours as well. I feel like I have to say on this person's behalf that they're just as intimidated about this connection as you may be. I think there's a bit of intimidation, not because you both don't hold a lot of power, but it's like something about this divinity. I keep wanting to say it's like a cosmic, soul-bound, divine type connection, a very big connection, but something about the intensity of it. It feels like both of you kind of are stalled by it. With the Chariot reverse, you both aren't acting on it immediately, and you both need a minute to ground yourselves. But I feel like you both are equally stalled, and you're both equally don't want to meet right now. Take that for what you will, since it's a general reading. So some of you may not have physically met this person yet. For others of you, it could be like you just don't want to meet up in general. But this person perceives you as a wish fulfillment to encounter. But I'm hearing not right now. Like, they can't handle it the same way that you don't want it right now. It's like, this person's like, I don't want it either right now. Like, I'm not going to infiltrate on your ground. I'm not going to... It's just, I think of like an animal too, when like you have to kind of coax up to an animal and try to coax it out of its fear of you. It feels like that person's doing this thing, like they want to assure you that they're not going to take something that's not theirs. They're not going to infiltrate in your space, in your zone. Maybe in your work is what I'm hearing, because we were talking about work earlier. They're not going to impede on your ground. But with the 2 of Cups here, they see you as someone who can help them embody the Empress thing. I feel like you guys perceive them as an Empress. You perceive them as like a very divine, feminine, loving, I want to say nurturing force. I'm hearing that you guys would perceive this person as somebody who really, despite the grating, like I was saying earlier, that this person kind of grates at you with the way they say things, the truths they give you. Despite that, it feels like you recognize this person's power. Like, that's a common thing you both share with one another, is you recognize one another's power. And yet this person doesn't recognize their own power. I think you think this person... I'm gonna pull some cards on that. Like, why do you think this person's going to show up and take something or do something? I'm hearing you feel powerless when it comes to this person, because you feel that the power they hold is very different from you, and that it's something that stalls you. With the 6 of Pentacles and the Hanged Man, it feels like this person offers a lot to you, but when they do that, it stalls you. It literally makes you like have to hang upside down for a second and reorient yourself before you can get back on track again. However, I feel like this person isn't seeing this reaction with you. You feel like someone rather King of Swords. You feel like a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. You do not have to be, but you feel very calculated. You feel very methodical. And it's like this person isn't seeing your reactions to their stuff for whatever reason. Like, whatever I'm talking about when I say that this person gives you information. Gives you, oh, I didn't mean to say that. Gives you information. Interesting. It feels like they're gifting you energy. There's an energy exchange happening. Interesting. This could be like a work thing. You could buy a service from this person, especially with the Six of Pentacles here. Or like receive a service from this person. I'm also hearing like some people in this group know these people from a friend of a friend, and so like a lot of favors happen in regard to this person. But the effect that this person has on you, they don't see for whatever reason, is what it feels like. So this person's perception of you is, yes, I want to meet you, but I'm not this Empress figure you think I am. And I know that's backwards because it's not a straight up like, this is my perception of you, but it feels like this reading is a mix of, yes, they'll like tell you their perception of you, but it's also like, you need to know some things about me so that when we do encounter one another, you're not going to have your guard up like this. This person doesn't see themselves on the same pedestal that you guys put them on. And I feel like you guys would say that, like, you do put them on this pedestal in a way because they knock you off guard so much. It feels like this person is kind of like a Tower card moment. They strike you, and it takes you a second to rebuild the thoughts you had previously about your life, because this person's like a shock to your system. Anything else about what this person wants to say before we get into the perception stuff more? Oh my gosh, guys. We've got the Two of Cups again, and I'm going to put it right by our other Two of Cups over here. Also, I'm going to move this candle. This was for group number 2, but I don't want it to burn on the thing, so 1 second. Okay, the next card we have is the Hierophant. And we have the Page of Pentacles. Fascinating. Yeah, this person, you see them as somebody who holds a lot of knowledge, is what it feels like. You see them as somebody who is a teacher, is someone who is an awakener, is what I'm hearing. But someone who has a lot of spiritual knowledge and who can help and teach a lot of people, but also someone who holds a lot of authority because of that. Like, you see them as the Empress and the Hierophant, which is very, very grand figures, right? And then we have this Page of Pentacles. This person perceives themselves as a page. Like, I think earlier when we got the Page of Swords for, like, the energy of this person, I feel like you guys would, like, have that card come out, like, your higher self pulled that out endearingly, like you guys like that about them, that like you guys kind of get annoyed by some of the things they say, or it's a bit like testing with some of the things they say. But I think this person actually thinks of themselves as still learning their own trade, as still being a beginner in many aspects. I feel like this person honestly could use an ego boost, because I think the way that you guys perceive them is far greater than they've ever attempted to think of themselves as. This person's, I want to say their ego's in the rocks. Like, they do not see themselves as an Empress or a Hierophant. They see themselves as a page. They see themselves as somebody who's just beginning whatever it is that you receive services from on them. They see themselves as somebody very new, very, I'm hearing outnumbered. Like, if they worked with you, they'd be outnumbered. Like, I'm getting drawn back to this. Like, they don't know if they could handle meeting you right now because they don't know if they have the power you think they have. This is such an interesting reading because it's so not purely what your perspective is of them, but it's this person trying to break down your perspective of them. Sorry, I think I said that backwards earlier. Because I was saying it's so not your perspective of them. It's so not their perspective of you. That's so interesting, though, because we got the Two of Cups twice talking about your guys' meeting and how they are aware. Like, this is their perception of you, right? They're aware that you know that you guys are meant to meet. It's very interesting. It's like they're they have a bird's eye view of what's supposed to happen with certain things. Like maybe it's just overdue, maybe you guys are supposed to meet ages ago and plans just kept falling through, maybe you haven't met yet, but somehow you know of each other. But it's like both times you perceive them as an empress and a hierophant, and they perceive themselves as a page. They perceive themselves as something much less than what you think. Okay, group number 2. I just had to go pick up a black beetle because it was just in here. I don't know if that's some of your guys' signs, but I feel like when I read for one of these groups, 3 times, dude, 3 times, I've had a dumb ass beetle in my room after reading for y'all. So that's definitely a sign for somebody. I hate bugs. I know that's not very loving of the earth of me, but someday maybe I'll grow out of it. But yeah, I had to go deal with that. But yeah, let's get back into your reading. Ew, okay. I want to get some cards for specifically, I heard like a, sorry, I'm gonna jump back into it for a second. I heard like it's pinchers, and I was like, what the hell is that sound? And it was like trying to burrow under some of the decks I have on the floor, my tarot decks. Maybe this is a sign that I need to clean up my room a little bit. But back into the reading. What is group number 3's person's perception of them? Rather than just the big thing we've been talking about. Oh my gosh, some of these repeating cards are crazy. So the first card we have is Judgment. Again. So we're going to set it with the other Judgment. We have the 9 of Cups again. That's crazy. The same exact card. So we have same exact. And then last but not least, we have the 8 of Wands. This person sees you, I'm going to start with 8 of Wands, as somebody who has a lot of forward momentum and someone who can make forward momentum out of nothing. I feel like you have a lot of tenacity and a lot of fortitude to achieve the things you want, and this person sees that instantly about you. I think that's why I was getting the leader energy earlier, is because this person sees you as someone capable of achieving anything, simply because if you set your mind to it, this person thinks that you could do anything you wish. You can just achieve whatever you want in your life. I also feel like with the 8 of Wands here, this person sees you as somebody who, once your gut is in it, once you trust something, even if it's against logical reason, once you trust something, you go after it and you don't let anybody stop you. I feel like you have this stubbornness about you where it's like, no, if I want to do it, I'm going to do it. And it's like, I know this is the right thing, so I'm going to achieve this, or I'm going to work with this person, or I'm going to do this thing. And I think that is something really lovely, that once your guys' connection develops more, you guys will be that type of person for one another, where it's like they will do the most for you as well as you would do for them. You both would really go to the, I want to say, the end of the world for one another, which I know it might not sound like it right now, but it's like you have this familiar sibling bond type thing. Like I feel like this person feels like a younger sibling to you, like I was saying earlier with the page. And I feel like they admire you a lot, especially for what you've done for yourselves, is what I'm hearing. Like what you've, I'm hearing grown into, but it's also what you've achieved for yourself. Like they admire your heart that you've put into it all. And I think because you guys are on such similar wavelengths, once you get to know each other and meet each other more, it's like, I'm hearing like, what would we have done without you? Like, what would we have done if you'd never shown up? Interesting I'm saying we. Maybe some of you are in a group. Sorry, I keep looking around for that stupid beetle. It's so rainy where I'm at right now. So I think that's why all the beetles are coming in too. But with the Judgment card, again, for how they perceive you, they see you as a divine connection. They see you as a turning point for them. I think you're also a wake-up call for them. I think especially when you guys meet, they're going to realize just how much you wake them up and just how much their perceptions are shifted after you meet. Because for some reason, it feels like they do have an awareness of you right now. And I was thinking I said this earlier, like they know what you're going through. They know you don't trust them. I keep getting this with like every group, so I kind of sound redundant, but I'm gonna say it if I feel it. They could be a psychic of some sort, because I'm feeling like some of them are aware of you, or as we are watching tarot, right, they could be watching readings on you as well. Like it could be a mutual thing. But with the awakening card here, or judgment card, I just feel like you guys really enlighten one another. And it's like it makes one another's guards go up, because I think you both don't like change. And I know that sounds ironic with what we were talking about earlier, but it's because you two feel so big and grand to one another. This feels like such a big thing for one another. And yet, despite your guys' fears about what would happen if you guys were working together, I keep wanting to say working together, despite your fears, you still acknowledge the connection as something purposeful and divine. Like it has its reasons for being there. Now with the Nine of Cups again, I feel like this person's going to realize, especially after they meet you, how much you are a wish fulfillment to them. I think you both will have realized how much you overthought the entire thing, and you're going to be like, well, why did I think it'd be this bad? I think you guys have reasons for it though. Like, I think your situations are rather complex, so the reason why you were a bit against it at first, or that you're a bit hesitant to approach one another at first, it makes sense. But it's also like, I want to say again, like, you're going to be like, well, how have I been without this person for so long? They like blend in so naturally into either our workforce or our environment or whatever it is that they are to you. It just feels like they blend very naturally and seamlessly into your environment. They're like a missing puzzle piece for you all. See, what am I saying? You guys definitely could be in a group thing. I also feel like with the Nine of Cups that there's this emotional satisfaction that you'll both share after you've met. I feel like this person, as well as on their end, because I think you mirror each other in this aspect, you both feel an absence of one another. Especially if this is a group thing, like, your group would feel the absence of them, and then even on an individual level, you feel the absence of one another. It's like you both will feel finally emotionally whole and emotionally satisfied once you guys come into contact. Even if there's a bit of I heard revulsion at first. It's so sibling coded. You both just like to like pick at each other, it feels like. I'm going to pull a few archetype cards for how this person perceives you. So we have Judge. It says balancing justice and compassion, managing the fair distribution of power. See, you could be like the judge maker, like the leader. I keep thinking a leader. We have Slave, surrendering your power of choice to the divine with complete trust. Oh, I placed that poorly. And then we have Child Wounded, awakens compassion and desire to serve others. Oh wait, sorry. Desire to serve other wounded children opens the learning path for forgiveness. What's interesting to me about this card is I think when you guys meet in person, you as well as this person are going to see a mirroring of your guys' personal wounds and your personal, I want to say like trauma stuff that hasn't healed in one another, and you guys will heal it for one another. And I think that person, your person, recognizes that very quickly off the bat, as they're going to see like, oh, this person has the wound that I also have in this aspect of life. It's like you share very common, I want to say like niche wounds. Like maybe someone, if you guys are in a group, because I keep feeling that for this one, maybe certain people in your group don't understand certain aspects that you're still trying to heal, but this person will. It feels like this person is the person who will see that, because they have similar things they're dealing with on their own. With the Slave card, it feels like this person perceives you as someone, it makes me think of the Eight of Wands, someone who goes after what they want regardless of what others think. It feels like you really choose to trust yourself against everyone else's judgment, and just truly let yourself have what you want. You don't overthink things too much. I think you do actually, but I think once you know that it's going to serve your highest good, you just go after it and you full send it. And I think you're trying to do that more, which is why this person sees that in you, is because maybe it is something you're struggling with, is what I'm hearing, but it's something that you're trying to do more, and you're trying to implement more regularly into your day-to-day life, as well as your workplace. I want to say. It feels like you're really, I'm hearing trying to put more heart back into your workplace as well, trying to put some magic back into it, and this person admires that about you. They like that you're doing that because it shows how pure you are, shows how pure of heart you are. Like, you're very good. I keep getting that today, like a very good energy. You're a very good person, really genuine morals. You're not there for some ulterior motive, and this person sees that. Especially with Judge, though. You're very fair. You're not going to do one over on somebody. If this is a work thing, I feel like you'd be this person's biggest advocate for ensuring that they, like, have, I'm hearing, like, safe contracts. Yeah, I don't know what they're doing in regards to your work, if this is a work thing for some of you, but it's like you'd be the person to ensure that this person gets a fair pay, gets a fair, like, work hours, work situation in general. It's like you'd be the one to facilitate a very just meeting in regards to, I want to say money too. Like, you want this person to not worry about money, because I'm thinking of the Page of Pentacles earlier. Like, you don't want them, I'm hearing like they're earlier in their career than you, and you don't want them to worry about that, so you, like, ensure that whatever they're getting paid, if this is a work thing, take what resonates, but you, like, make sure whatever they're getting paid is, like, gonna cover them for whatever. It's so sibling coded. I know I'm gonna say that 9 more times, but it's like you just look out for this person, and this person sees that in you, and they love that about you, and they feel, like, treasured. And I feel like, as we know, like, you might perceive them as this force to be reckoned with, but they don't see that yet about themselves. And I think once you realize that, and once they see that you have similar wounds, because you might be very humble as well and might not think of yourself as that as well, once you guys recognize that in one another, especially when you're together in person, that's where, like, the real bonding will form. I'm going to pull some of these cards. How does group number 3 perceive, or sorry, how does their person perceive group number 3? We have commit to me, which makes me think of in regards to work stuff again. I'm also hearing, like, a family dynamic for some of you. Like, this is somebody who, like, I feel like this is a found family thing where it's like you want them to choose your family, your group, your, because it can be a work group, but it could also be a family group as well. Like, you want them to choose, them, like your group. We have I'm lost paired with you make me feel things, which makes me think of the Page of Swords earlier, and how the way this person triggers you kind of makes you shut down for a second, and I'm hearing you might feel more lost at first, and then it kind of, your wheels start turning again, and you get back on track. We got, like, a stack of cards, so I'm gonna go speed rounding it. We have I am sad about this. Here, I'll sit it there. We have I miss you, but I lie to myself, if it'll focus. We have I remember you. Again, there's a lot of divine familiarity, like you've known this person before, because we were talking about divine connections and cosmic connections. Then we have this can't work. Yeah, so there's a lot of internal turmoil between, I think it's this person too. You guys mirror each other in this capacity, whereas the other groups were, like, romantic mirrors. You guys are, like, platonic soulmate mirrors. You both are thinking the same thing. You're both like, well, this can't work out, even if you know about this connection, because I think this person knows as well. For whatever reason, this person knows as well about this connection. If you haven't met them yet, they still know somehow. And you both, sorry for how messy it is, by the way. There's just so many cards. You both are sad about it, and you both, like, miss one another in, like, some interesting cosmic, it's like soul contract type way. You both think that it can't work, but you both also feel familiar. It's like this mirroring between each other. You both feel like home to one another, and you both feel like the missing link to one another, but you both aren't going to act on it first. And it's a very confusing situation for both of you, but I think it is something that will resolve itself in divine timing, as shitty as that sounds, but it does feel like something that will naturally work itself out universally. I'm going to pull one of these archetype cards for our last card. How does group number 3 perceive... Oh my gosh, I keep doing that. How does group number 3's person perceive them? And for that, so we have... What does it say? The Sustainer. I haven't seen this card yet. Alrighty, sorry group number 3, my battery died, so I had to go fix that. And now we're back and I'm going to read from the guidebook. So this just... the Sustainer. The Peacemaker, the Upholder, the Preserver. The Sustainer. The second archetype in the trio of existence works behind the scenes tending to the tasks of life. They cultivate gardens, pay bills, keep the meals warm and the mouth sweetly fed. The Sustainer is at peace in the process of life, knowing there is no start or finish to humble yet meaningful tasks. They have a natural inclination to nourish others, to archive, to preserve Earth's resources, to consider environmental impact, to see their role in the divine cycle of life. It's common for the Sustainer to become overworked, leading to resentment. Their tasks aren't glamorous, and therefore the Sustainer rarely receives the credit or attention. The Sustainer longs to hold things in place so badly, especially relationships, that they resist necessary change. Take time with this archetype. It is within all of us and needs our love. You guys already know I'm going to reread that part. I'm going to read up to this part. The Sustainer to become... It's common for the Sustainer to become overworked, leading to resentment. Their tasks aren't glamorous, and therefore the Sustainer rarely receives the credit or attention. The Sustainer longs to hold things in place so badly, especially relationships, that they resist necessary change. Take time with this archetype. It is within us all and needs our love. I feel like what I love about this card for their final, perception of you guys is that they perceive you as somebody who sustains, if this is a group situation, that you're the one who sustains the group, and they're the person, I want to say one of the first people to really, really, truly on a very deep level acknowledge all the work you put into what you do. I feel like this person really sees all of what you're doing. If you're a leader, like I keep saying over and over, they're going to be the one to appreciate it the most and show it the most and tell you they've seen it and how hard you work and what you're doing. And they're probably going to want you to take a break. You know what I mean? This person's going to want you to rest. If it's a sibling dynamic, they're going to want you to take a minute and they'll take over for you kind of thing. This person doesn't want you to feel like you have to be the person to sustain everything all the time. I feel like with the resistance to change thing is literally what we were talking about earlier. You are resistant to change right now. However, the card was talking about how it's opened with love. This person and you, as you get to know each other and have a very pure connection is what I want to say. You guys will heal one another very easily. It's very natural. It's very intrinsic. I also feel like this person acknowledges the little things you've done for other people as well. They see the very tiny, minuscule things that you've probably gotten used to people not noticing. This person will notice those things and thank you for them. I'm seeing even little things like the contract thing. You didn't, maybe you facilitate something and maybe you don't even tell them that you did that, but they know, they subconsciously know that it was you out of all people and they thank you for that. This person just has this connection with you that's very telepathic in a way. And I feel like they're going to help you get a break from being the person to sustain the group all the time, and they'll help you carry that weight. But yes. I think that's all I have for you today, group number 3. I say that like it wasn't a long reading, but I want to thank your guides and my guides as well as you for being here today. If you feel called, please feel free to like, subscribe, or comment. I always love to hear from you guys. And yes, until our next reading. Hi group number 4, you guys had this pendulum, And it is green, even though it does not look like it at all. It's just a darker green. But we're going to start off by pulling some cards for what the energy of the person you're thinking of is, so we can make sure that this is your reading. So group number 4 is angels, guides, and ancestors that serve their highest good. Who is the person that group number 4 is asking about? So the first card we have is the Page of Wands. Then we have the 9 of Pentacles. And then clarifying that, we have clarifying it, as your archetype card, we have the Child Nature, friendships with animals, communication with nature spirits. So with the Page of Wands here, this person I'm hearing is a spitfire. Like, you guys would categorize them as somebody who's very witty, very blunt, very fun with words, is what I want to say. With the Knight of Pentacles is somebody who's very, I feel like they come across as independent to you, and it's somebody who's building their own wealth for themselves. I feel like with the Knight of Pentacles, they seem like they have this air of abundance around them. They feel like they're growing something new for themselves. I also feel like because this card she's holding a bird, and then we got the Child Nature card, I feel like that emphasizes further that, like, I'm hearing this person remind you of an animal. I wonder if there's a specific animal some of you guys have in mind for this person. Also, I apologize if my voice sounds croaky. It's really late. I started this reading, like, for all of you around, I think it was 10:30, and it is now almost 2 in the morning. So please bear with me. I'm a bit tired. That is why I sound like a croaky, like, frog. But Child Nature here. Oh, I'm getting drawn to the rabbit as well. That could be a sign for some of you guys. I feel like I've seen like 900 brown bunnies lately. That's such a side note. But I feel like this person's very pure of heart. Like, you would perceive this person as like I get little sibling vibes from this. With the Page of Wands and the Child Nature, like the way this person nurtures things, you admire that. You admire the way I'm hearing the way they talk about the things they love. But I also just feel like there's this cute little, like, I want to say cute. There's like a little independent streak that this person has that you like the sass that this person has. I feel like they're a little high and mighty sometimes, and you like that about them. It's funny, on the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Wands. So, like, once again, like, this person feels fiery. This person feels like somebody who can have a really fun conversation, and someone who sparks new ideas in your own mind, I think, as well. They do feel younger than you. They do feel, it doesn't feel very romantic. I could be wrong. But, is this something romantic? Yeah, no. It's somebody who helps you heal and helps you see the brighter sides of life, is what I want to say. Helps you open up and enjoy life a lot more. But, yes, let's get into your main reading. How does group number 4's person perceive them? Oh, I had all of them fall on the ground. Okay, so our first card is the 8 of Swords for how they perceive you. Clarified by the Knight of Swords and the Ace of Cups. And then we have the Moon, clarified by the Page of Wands. Then we have the Page of Cups and the High Priestess, clarified by the 5 of Cups reversed. So starting off with the 8 of Swords over here, this person perceives you as someone who's very good at quickly getting out of mental situations that trap them. I'll word that a little differently. They view you as someone who's very good at getting out of your own mental entrapments. I feel like you're very good at swiftly switching the tides of your own life. I think you guys have mastered your own mind. I think you guys could be somebody who struggled with mental health. And it's interesting because I want to say struggled, and there might be little tendencies where it kind of sneaks back in here and there, but overall it's like you know how to master your own mind. This person sees that in you. They see that like you know how to quickly snap yourself out of a bad headspace and to fill it with something fresh and new and reviving. I feel like this person really likes that about you. They like how quickly you can morph your ability to let your mind snare you. I love the moon card here because the moon card is usually about mystery, and it's something that's unknown, and it's something where it's a bit hard to figure out what's going on. But with the Page of Wands clarifying it, they see you as somebody who can kind of trust and have faith in things and kind of use your intuition to figure out a way, I want to say to solve the problem. So like say there's something where it's like, oh, there's no way we can figure out how to solve this thing. You would figure it out. You would be the one to be the person to mend the situation, and this person sees that about you. This person likes that about you. I feel like this person likes how you're kind of revel in the darkness of things to see the light in it. It's like you have this mastery over light and dark, and this person likes the balance that you hold because it juxtaposes, I think, the way you come across. I think you sound very intelligent, and I think you I say that like you're not. I think you're very intelligent, but I feel like you don't talk very often is what I want to say. So it's like, even though you don't talk often, when you do talk, it's very profound. So with the moon card here, when you do offer advice in moments of like crisis, when nobody knows what to do and you're the one to solve it, they love to see how much you are a natural leader, even if you aren't always the one to be the one to step forward first. You kind of wait until you're needed kind of thing. Like, you're like, oh, okay, no one else can solve it, then I'll fix it. With the Page of Cups and the High Priestess, I feel like you guys are on the beginning of a spiritual journey, and I think when you guys encounter one another, I feel like some of you haven't physically met this person yet. I keep getting that with some of the readings today. I think there's like a collective here today where it's just like a mixed bag. Some of you know these people, some of you don't. But with this person, I feel like you guys have recently embarked on a spiritual journey, and this person will see that about you. This person will like that about you because it seems like it's really healing any lingering wounds that you may currently possess. And this person just sees how, I want to say like how invigorating the teaching is for you and how much it reorients your inner child. It feels like your inner child was something that wasn't as nurtured as the other aspects of yourself that needed healed. And it's like now that you're going through this teaching, it's like you're trusting beyond reason. You're filling your own cup up. You're having more fun with things. I think this reminds me of group number 4 in the last reading. You're enjoying life more and you're having more fun with things. You're taking things less serious. You're getting out of your own head. And this person loves to see that. They love to see you progress and enjoy your life and to relish in your life and to enjoy the little moments. This person, I feel like, just likes to see you happy and enjoying things. But yeah, they see you as someone who has a mastery over their own mind, and I want to say your own impulses. Like maybe you have certain things that you want to go do, or maybe you have certain bad habits that you've cut dry. And this person, I feel like, highly respects that. It's like the way your mind works, this person loves. The way you sort things out in your head and the way you balance your light and dark. I keep wanting to say your light and dark. Especially, it's like your intuition. It's so sharp. I feel like I'm going to pull a few of these cards to get more information. How does group number 4's person perceive them? Oh, that one just fell down. So the first card we have is the 10 of Cups. Yes. This person perceives you as family. I think when you guys meet, if you haven't met, or if you do know one another and you're familiar with one another, you guys feel like family to this person. I feel like being around you is just very healing for this person in general. And I think seeing you, the reason the mental thing was coming up earlier, seeing you solve your own mental problems teaches them as well as awakens them to do the same thing for themselves. We have the Knight of Swords again. Same card. Yeah, like your mind is very, very sharp. And I think the reason this person's emphasizing that so much is because with the moon card, you are kind of a mystery at first. But it's like the more you get to know, the more they get to know you, they realize just how much you use your intuition and just how much you're almost like impulsive, but you do so after thinking something through methodically as well as using your intuition. It's like you think through all the options, but to them it's like, oh wow, I thought they were doing that impulsively, but they actually thought the whole thing over 3 times and used their intuition in it to sort it out. We have the Magician and the Queen of Cups. Yeah, they see you as so intuitive. You guys could be a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, but it feels like you have a very intuitive quality about you. Like the Page of Cups with the Queen of Cups, I feel like you guys just have this really good bond. This person could be the one teaching you as well. If they're represented as the Queen of Cups, it feels like this person teaches you, and like I feel like when they work with you, if some of them they might be working with you, they could be someone who just inspires you spiritually, but it also could be a work relationship, depending on the reading for each of you. But it feels like this person loves to see you get your own power back, loves to see you, I'm hearing like realize that you being silly or having fun or not worrying too much about how you come across and just like enjoying life is you realizing that you're calling your power back to you, and this person loves to see it, loves to see you realize that and to not have your guard up as much as you used to, because it's just healing these, I want to say like lingering remnants in your aura that were previously not healed before. It's funny, I feel like your guys' group is so much more straightforward and I can just hop to different cards. How does group, oh there we go, group number 4s, look at that, perfect. So we have the Child Orphan, Independence based on learning to go it alone. See, this card always has the typo. Go at it alone, conquering fear of surviving. I feel like with that card, you guys feel like very independent souls. It feels like the type of group where you guys did go through a lot by yourself. You've learned a lot by yourself, and because of that, you're very okay being alone. I feel like the person you guys are pulling this for, to get their perception, is very similar, and they're also someone who's very good at being alone, and so I think you guys will like to be around one another because you can do your own things but have one another in the same room. So like you work on something, they work on something, and it's never draining because you both don't need one another's energy. You just enjoy being around one another. It feels like mutual comfort when you're around one another. We have Beggar. Confronts empowerment at the level of physical survival, awakens the spiritual authority of humility, compassion, and self-esteem. Interesting. I feel like with the Beggar card here, this person really sees how far you've come, is what I want to say. I also feel like they admire, especially when you meet them. I feel like it's different if you haven't met them yet, but when you meet them, they're going to see you grow into someone who's a lot more open emotionally. They're going to see you not be embarrassed to be more upfront emotionally. I feel like this person, we have the Queen of Cups, I think that's them, or the High Priestess reminds me of them too in a way. But it feels like this person is rather emotionally open, and so that's what triggers you to be emotionally open. So it's like when they're perceiving you and seeing the, like you guys hanging out and stuff's actually having an impact on you and allowing you to feel safe enough to be open with them, they feel very, I feel like it's a proud energy. They're very proud of you, but they're also just happy that they can see that side of you because they know how, like with the Moon card, they know how protective you are of your energy, and so the fact that you're that way with them, they just feel very honored to witness that part of you, and it feels just very loving and pure. It feels, I don't even know what to call it. It's kind of like a sibling energy, kind of not. It's like a friendship mixed with a sibling energy is what I feel like for this group. Even like a mentor vibe with this group. The last archetype we have is the Scribe, preserving knowledge and information. I feel like I also got this card for group number 4 last week. So this could be my songwriting group. I know I emphasized that a lot last week. Getting that again. This could be not just songwriters, but poets, writers in general for different books. I'm hearing playwriters, which is really cool, like theater and stuff. But I think that's something that sticks out about you when you first meet this person. I keep wanting to say first meet. It's like the way you speak is very poetic. It's not just the fact that that might be your job or whatever and a hobby of yours. It feels like it's also like the way you speak. It comes across in the way you speak. It's like it's obvious that you are a scribe or writer of some sort because of the way you interact with them. I feel like this person loves listening to you talk because I'm hearing you, A, you have a calming voice, but B, it's also like this person just finds the way you speak so mesmerizing. They just love to listen to you. That's why I get Pisces vibes from this group, is because it's so dreamy. I'm going to pull some of these message cards. What is group number 4? Person, thank you. We've got I trust you. And it came out with I want you reversed. It's funny because there might be some barriers. Oh, interesting. Sorry, I'm getting a message about the 8 of Swords again. I know I was talking earlier about a first meeting, so some of you could have not met them in the physical reality. I don't know why I'm wording this so odd today. But some of you might not have met them yet, and it feels like this person would have expected you to be kind of standoffish when you first meet them, but instead you're very eager to meet them, and it's like you instantly welcome them into the group, and it's just a very harmonious feeling. It's like seeing a friend you haven't seen in 5 million years and you're like finally reunited. I think this person's surprised at how open you are to seeing them. I think I was talking about this for group number 4. I think it's literally group number 4 last week. So that definitely could be some of you. I just keep getting that energy. Because I think I was talking about how... Oh no, now I'm gonna blank. No! Why am I blanking? Oh, like how you wanted this person to come in like now, but then other people in your group were like, hold off, wait a second. Or except, we said one person, actually, it's one person in your group. And if that's you, it's still one person in your group. They're getting there slowly but surely, but it's still one person in your group. Yeah, I think this person's going to be really shell-shocked by how quickly you welcome them into the group. I want to say the group. So this definitely is for some of you. But if it's not for you, then it just feels like when you guys did meet, you guys were just instant friends. Despite the fact that you might be stoic or more reserved with other people, it doesn't feel like you were that way with them because you felt very at home with them. You felt like you could be open-minded and be very, I want to say free-speaking as well with them. Like, you don't have to filter yourself with this person. We have I am lost. I love that coming out for this person's perception of you because, like, we were saying, like, you guys are good at being lost. You guys are good at being lost because you guys sort your own problems out very, very well. You have very sharp intuition. Sharp as a tack is what I keep hearing in my head. I feel like you guys being lost is not lost. It's like, I keep using SpongeBob represent. I can't talk. Oh my goodness, I can't talk. It's probably because it's so late. It's what, like, it's 2 o'clock now in the morning. Let me see. I keep using SpongeBob references, but it makes me think of the pizza delivery episode when SpongeBob's trying to deliver a pizza and like the whole time it was like so close to the Krusty Krab and they weren't lost at all. That's what it makes me think of with you guys. We have betrayal reversed. Yes. This person perceives you as someone who will heal their, I don't want to word it. You'll heal their lingering wounds, similar to how I was saying that the spiritual endeavor, I want to call it, for you guys has been healing any lingering wounds within you. I feel like this person feels like meeting you and being friends with you is such a deep friendship. It's so pure. Just heals, I want to say, like, hurts from their past friendships and also raises the expectations by a landslide. I feel like you guys cherish this person, and so whenever they're going to make friends after meeting you, it's going to be kind of hard because you guys are a pretty damn good friend. I'm going to pull... I'm going to pull some of these cards, I think. These are romance cards, but we'll see what comes out. How does group number 4's person perceive them? Thank you. Oh, interesting. I'm getting an interesting message with the one that came out. This is, I still care about you. I'm hearing that, like, if you haven't seen this person for a long time, or if you guys haven't physically met yet, this person still cares about you and still wants, I'm hearing wants to meet you. Like, they know about you. Yeah, because we have will I see you again. You could dream about this person. You guys are a very intuitive group, so that wouldn't surprise me at all, but it's like you guys, I don't know, you have this like little like lost friendship feeling where it's like, when do I get to see my friend again? Like, when do I get to hang out with them again and see them again? It's like you both mirror that back at one another. If you're my other group from group number 4 from last week, it's like, well, whenever your friend gets their shit together is when you'll meet this person. It'll be a very interesting meeting too if you've never met them before. I'm hearing for some of you it's a long distance thing, which is really cool. Like you have a long distance friend and you want to meet them, and that's what this will be. But yeah, it feels like even if you're really busy in the day-to-day things is what I'm hearing, this person knows that you still care. They know that you care about them. And this just makes me think of dreams, like you dream about them and you're like, well, I see you again. It makes me think, I keep quoting things today, they're all like those most stupid references. The Shark Boy and Lava Girl scene when he's like, will I ever see you again? When he's about to wake up from his dream and he's like with his friends, he's with his soulmate friendships. And he's scared he'll never see them again. That's what it feels like with you guys, as you see them in your dreams. And we have, you fill me up with happiness. That's a perfect way to sum that up, as my candle pours wax everywhere. I don't know why it's doing that. But yeah, let's pull our last card. We're going to pull one of these archetype cards. How does group number 4 person, their person, how do they perceive them? Ooh. Oh, that's so cute. We have the Starborn. That's so cute. I'm curious. I don't think I've ever gotten this card before, so we'll have to see what it's about. The Starborn. The divine child, the star child, the destined. An elusive yet radiant aspect of the self, the Starborn archetype points to the cosmic spark of light that arrives with each being at birth. The moment the newborn crowns... Oh my god, sorry. Why am I getting grossed out? I literally haven't, like, I can't talk. See, like, what, this is too late, guys. It's just too late. I'm so sorry. But I was saying I literally have, like, my mom's a nurse. She's a nurse. She's been a nurse since I was, like, a kid. She sent me a picture of, like, a dead foot before, so I don't know why I'm acting like this is gross, because it's not. But it feels weird to say vaginally on YouTube for some reason. I should restart because I really just went on a tangent. An elusive yet radiant aspect of the self, the Starborn archetype points to the cosmic spark of light that arrives with each being at birth. The moment the newborn crowns, whether vaginally or surgically, the royal stars above are said to constellate in a unique shape that maps our path in the world. The idea of destiny is controversial, yet the Starborn naturally feels a sense of destination and purpose, aiming itself toward a future that is beyond the mundane. When this card appears, travel back to your birth story for clues and insight. What did you desire when you were young? Practice seeing your life from a mythic point of view rather than a series of logistics. Read the story of the 3 fates and envision yourself born under the stars with a unique destiny. That is so cute. I love that because we were talking about earlier how you're on the spiritual journey, and this person perceives you as that. They perceive you as someone very naturally intuitive, someone reconnecting with, we had earlier in this, it says, what did you desire when you were young? This person sees you as someone very connected to what you were. This person sees you as someone who's really trying to reconnect with yourself as a kid and I'm hearing you reanalyzing your life and making sure there's no knots, making sure there's no, sorry, I didn't realize the screen was blurry. Making sure there's nothing in it that isn't going to fuel a very happy future for yourself. I feel like you guys could also have a very unique job, especially because it's the Starborn. Maybe you guys are a star. Maybe you are well known. This group just feels so fated for that kind of path that it would not surprise me if some of you were. Or will be someday. But because it says, feels a sense of destination and purpose, aiming itself toward a future that is beyond the mundane. I think everyone in this group has very unique paths, and I feel like that's what this person loves most about you, is that you're so unique. No, I feel like you're unique within your niche, though. It's not just that the fact that you do whatever you do for a living, but it's the spark you bring to the thing you do for a living. I feel like this person would love to be in the room when you're working on whatever it is you're working on. Like, if it's writing of some sort, like if it's songwriting, this person would love to just sit in the room with you and like listen to you work, or see you work, see you in your zone, because I feel like that's the spark they see when you guys are like talking with each other and when you guys have like really good conversations and stuff. And they just want to like selfishly soak some of that in and enjoy that with you and see you in your element, is what it feels like. I also feel like with the Starborn that this person sees you as your soul. They see you as the spark, I was saying earlier, the spark that you are gifted when you're literally first born. This person sees you as that. They see you as that light. This makes me think that this person sees you as the light that the moon rays give off. They see you as that beautiful silvery hue that shines down onto the grass. But yes, I think that's all I have for you today, group number 4. I want to thank your guides and my guides, as well as you, for being here today. If you feel called, please feel free to like, subscribe, or comment. I always love to hear from you guys. And yes, I will see you all in my next reading. And my next reading, I will be pretty darn healed compared to whatever I was when this came out. So that's the best shit ever. But yes, I will see you all next time.